morning. It is bright and early on a Saturday where we are recording this. Yes, it's a recorded episode, so I know I can see the chat going up. Oh man, it's recorded. Don't worry, we'll be back soon to chat with you guys, okay? It's Mister Young.
Man.
Yeah.
And it's foreign in the building, bro. You know why I love starting the day to do a podcast, bro? You know why?
Why? It wakes the mind up, is it?
No, it's not. Because I think about wrestling from the time I wake up to the time I sleep. So like you think about when I wake up, I don't need like coffee or strong zero. I mean, other people might, but I don't. When I wake up, you want to talk to me about wrestling, I'm ready to go, man. Let's just go.
I love it. It's like boom, the mind switches on right away. That's always gotten me about, I guess, people in general. I guess everyone is different, right? Because, I used to do the morning show. Like, I've done the morning show so many times in my radio career, back from 97 till Power 98, right? And I would have to wake up at 4:30, 5 a.m., that kind of thing. And people always ask me, what coffee do you drink? And it genuinely shocks people when I tell them I do not drink coffee at all. I still don't drink coffee.
Wow, so you just wake up and water?
Yeah.
Water is your choice?
Water is my choice. I've always had this thing where I can wake up and within 5 minutes and then I take a shower, boom, I'm ready to go. Like my mind is clear.
It's the shower lah, the cold shower.
Yeah, it's the shower. It's not cold lah, it's nice hot shower lah.
Okay,
I cannot lah.
I treat myself like army. I will just whack cold shower. Like,
is it? Yeah. No, it's weird to me because I know a lot of people who, when they wake up, they are like zombie. Like, even after shower, they like need to have their morning coffee before. So it's like, once again, different folk, different strokes, right?
Yeah. And speaking of which, like, my mind is still buzzing because I just want to go on a bit of a tangent.
You buzzing?
No. Tangent.
Okay.
Man. Last night, I was up late because I caught I was about to say Bridgerton.
Bridgerton?
No,
Hamilton is different from Bridgerton, bro.
I caught Hamilton. No, there is some crossover. If you watch both shows, there is a crossover.
I guess.
Yeah. But I watched Hamilton in Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands Theatre, and I know you did it as well. So can we fanboy over that for a bit? Because I love that so much, man. I enjoy it.
Do you typically enjoy watching musicals? I know this is actually, I was about to say this is the most non-wrestling thing ever, but if you think about it, it's performance. That's exactly what wrestling is. But I'm sorry for diverging a bit. Are you a fan of musicals in general? The traditional, like Phantom of the Opera, that kind of musical?
Okay, I'll be very honest. I've watched all kinds of musicals. I've slept through some musicals. Like when I was there, I fell asleep.
God.
That has happened before. Let me just say this lah. Maybe I'm not a fan of the classics. If you tell me to watch, sorry, all of you fans, you tell me to watch Les Miserables or Cats or
Les Mis, I've watched it in New York on actual Broadway. I found it boring AF. Les Mis, quote unquote, the only classic that I love and I've watched like 4 times is Phantom.
Okay, because Phantom has great music. I mean, I gotta say.
And drama and this weird dude in a mask. I think part of me is like, that's kind of like Kane. It's gonna be Kane.
You gotta associate with wrestling. So like, if you tell me like the classics, I get bored. But I've been enjoying this recent surge of like newer musicals where they incorporate a lot of pop culture. So what I mean by that, right, is like the last 2 musicals I watched, I completely loved it. I watched Moulin Rouge when I was in Melbourne. And Moulin Rouge, they, of course, it's updated from 20 years ago when the movie first came out. Because at that point in time, they had like, songs from their era. Yeah. But the new Moulin Rouge, or the new iteration of it, right? They actually incorporated like current songs as well and sung in that musical style. Yeah. So they had like freaking like Pink, Raise Your Glass, or they had like Beyonce, and they kind of weave it into the storyline. So I love that.
Shout out to Base Entertainment in Singapore. They are the group that brings in all these musicals, right? They are always inviting me to all these musicals as well. So hashtag, sponsor the Wrestling Boys.
Mr. Young, who is your point of contact in Base Entertainment? You should talk to them. So next time I got invite, can tell foreign as well.
Next time I bring you lah. Instead of bringing my wife, I bring you. How about that? Or would you rather go with your
your wife angry? How?
True. Not every musical she wants to watch, though. That's the thing. She's a busy gal, But
let me know.
So just to come back to musicals, right? If you love sort of like the pop culture style of musical, you would love & Juliet. I don't know if you've caught that before.
I don't think so. What was the other one that came to my mind? Oh, Rent. I watched Rent and I loved it.
Oh, is it?
Rent. Yeah, if you remember Rent.
Okay, I think you will love and Juliet the most because
Juliet, okay.
Yeah, it's like literally the end symbol and Juliet, right? It's sort of like a what if scenario where Juliet doesn't die at the end of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay, so it's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, and she moves on with her life. Now, the crazy thing about it is the music, because they take pop hits. So every song you will sing along to one.
Wow. Okay.
I have the song list in front of me. Larger Than Life, Backstreet Boys. I Want It That Way, Backstreet Boys. Baby One More Time, Britney Spears. Domino, Jessie J. Blow, Kesha. I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. That one made me almost tear up, that song, when it was performed in the context of the story. I don't spoil anything.
Where did you watch it though? Was it in Singapore?
Singapore.
Okay,
yeah.
when they came over. Okay.
So yeah, if you get the chance to watch And Juliet, please go watch And Juliet. It's fantastic.
Okay, I will put it in my list. I love, like I said, I love show tunes or rock musicals or whatever you call it. What was that rock musical that's a big thing? Was it
House of Rock? School of Rock?
No, like they did We Will Rock You, Queen, but
Queen.
They did a theater
Right,
retelling of it. So like stuff like that, makes me happy, and that's the reason why I enjoyed Hamilton so much, because of course, not if you didn't, grow up in the US or didn't study US history, maybe your knowledge of the founding fathers is like whatever lah. You just know as like general knowledge, right? But like
none of us know who this Hamilton fella is, okay? Like, I guarantee you, most Americans don't even know who this Hamilton fella is.
Yeah. So he's like that. The famous The Beatles, and then like that one time freaking George Harrison. They make a musical about George Harrison.
What? Who? But because it was so different. Okay, the thing about Hamilton is they told the story of Hamilton, right?
Yep.
But they did it using rap, hip-hop, R&B, and that's why I know you appreciated the heck out of it as well.
Yeah, my foreign loves his rap music, his R&B. Okay, and another thing is, right, because I'm very technical when it comes to rap, so I know different styles of rap. So they did a lot of very cool genres. There was even one time when I think it was the Skylar sisters, where the women were singing, and then the way they sang it sounded like something from TLC or Destiny's Child. And then they did very percussive rap. They had like beatboxing with the table and all that for So like I can appreciate even the different styles of the rap that was being used. To tell the story. And I like to eavesdrop, all this like very ata. So I bought pretty decent tickets. I was on the floor. I was on the floor, and I was
so you were mingling with the upper crust of society, were you?
Oh, you know how I know when they are rich?
How?
They wear the ugliest shirts. You know what I mean? It's like they got no sense of style. Like those from Hunger Games. It's just like
They don't need to have a sense of style. They have money.
It's like they can somehow justify buying like ugly ass shit just because like $1,000 from Gucci. I do not know. I won't say much lah. But anyway, so during the intermission, we walked out, wanted to look at all the programs, blah blah blah, and then I was just in that crowd, in that throng of like so-called atas people, and there was this one guy like, "Oh, I love how they incorporate the music in every storyline. It pushes the plot. It's not frivolous. It's not just frivolous music for the sake of breaking out into music. It drives the plot." And I'm like, okay, you drive yourself out of here lah.
I love your like Oshos accent. This is the best thing to come from this show.
But that fellow have a point lah. Like I like it because I think Hamilton is known for literally the entire musical is in song. Like there's no like non-singing script, the dialogue, right? So like I agree, because everything that they sung like pushed the story forward, and I was forced to listen to the lyrics. So
bro, after I watched that musical, for a while I thought that Alexander Hamilton was a black guy. And then I went and actually Googled this one. Hey, all white one.
Yeah, all of them are white.
But that's the whole point of the show, right? Like they cast the best talent for the role, regardless of the race or whatever. Quick shout out, by the way. I don't know. This is just a fun fact, right? A Singaporean is actually playing one of the roles in Hamilton in the West End in London. So
right now,
going to, I believe. So the character Eliza, one of the sisters. Yeah, Singaporean singer Nathania Ong is going to be playing her. I have the article right in front of me.
Shit.
So congratulations, girl!
Awesome. Please send that across. I will definitely check it out. There you go. There you go.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You see that that theater with Hamilton? I was there, bro. I watched Hamilton. The first time I watched Hamilton was on the West End. in London. Yeah.
But was it the original cast? Was it Lin-Manuel Miranda or?
No, it was a different cast. It was a different cast.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So apparently Lin-Manuel Miranda said that his entire inspiration for Hamilton is to tell the story of America then by people in America now. So that's why it reflects, the
cultural makeup of America now. Yeah.
Right now, yeah. So I love it. Shout out to him. And funny you mentioned Eliza, because to me, right, Eliza was my favorite character other than King George.
yeah. King George is hilarious.
Yeah, because Eliza's songs were so heart wrenching and like they were beautiful. So like and I really like that. Apparently the girl that sang was Vietnamese or Filipino, the one that was for this cast.
Yeah.
So I can't wait, to hear a Singaporean, kind of retelling that at West End. It's pretty good news.
This cast was amazing. I think better. Okay, it's weird because
King George was better here than original, in my opinion.
Oh, is it? Oh, you watched the original on Disney Plus, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
See, the crazy thing is when I watched Hamilton in West End, I came out of it. It was like, oh, that was fun, but I completely forgot about everything that happened. For whatever reason, it didn't stick. The second time I watched it in Singapore at Marina Bay Sands, I think it's still showing. So hashtag not sponsored, but go check it out. It's a really good musical. Base Entertainment. See, we give you all shout out. Trying to hook my boy out with some tickets. Anyway.
All right.
That being said, for whatever reason, this one made more of an impression than the one I watched in London, which is weird.
Awesome. You know what? I feel like the strength of the cast does help elevate. It's like if it's a good movie, there's a plot, there's a great script, but the performance of that one character
cannot make it. Yeah, then that's it already. No, this one, everybody cooks. Everybody cooks.
Yeah. And, if you're a wrestling fan, bringing it back to wrestling, you can appreciate certain elements of it. It's performative, right?
No, that's absolutely it. I mean, just thinking about, the main character, right? Hamilton. Is it Alexander Hamilton, right?
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton.
And he's not, he's a bit of a piece of shit if you think about it.
Oh, yeah, he is.
But if you think about it, right, look at the characters that we see in wrestling. They got the good side, the bad side, and then which one to let out at certain points in their history. He does a heel turn at some point, talking about Alexander Hamilton, to his wife anyway.
Essentially, the last part of the musical itself was a main event wrestling match. What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hey.
No, it was like the tag team breaking up and then now they have to fight each other.
It's like Triple H and Shawn Michaels finally having their,
oh my God.
breakup. Yeah.
Look,
so, hey,
you're
a wrestling fan, right?
You never know when we will relate real life, other entertainment forms to wrestling. That's why we love wrestling. We see so much of everything in wrestling because, like we said, wrestling is storytelling, and all good media, be it movies, television shows, musicals, plays, TikTok videos, is storytelling. It's good because they tell a good story, and that's what wrestling is. And in just a bit, I'm going to tell you an example of poor storytelling because I watched another episode of Dynamite.
Oh, there you go, Mister Young. you know my favorite thing to say these days, right? I always put one of your favorite wrestlers, Mr. Kennedy. I think he do a better impression. But he used to sell a shirt. It says, wrestling is real. Pro wrestling is real. People are fake. And I live by that statement because I really feel like
hang on.
True.
Did you just drop an Easter egg, a tease of what's to come? You love that statement? Okay. You guys already know, it's in the title of this video, for crying out loud. We are going to talk to the Statement Andruew Tang in just a bit as he comes on to preview SPW Ignition, which is happening this Friday evening. If you haven't gotten your tickets, go and slide into Andrew's DM or SPW's DMs.
Or if you want some tickets here, your boys got the connections.
Yeah. Okay. Go to our Discord. Yes, our Discord is where the action is. And just join us for some random, wrestling chats and stuff like that.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so one thing I wanted to say before you deep dive into your AEW. I know technically your bet already over, but I see Mr. Young still watching AEW. So shout out to you, bro.
I will explain all that in just a bit. But go ahead. Before we jump into the next thing, go ahead and finish your thought.
So as I was about to say, we know we just came off a week from Backlash. Backlash is still fresh, and we are still talking about the crowd, the Viva la France crowd, right? Bro, the moment they come back to Raw,
Oh,
back to the US.
brother.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on to that thought. We'll jump into our thoughts on Raw. But first, as always, we are in the Miraj era. Of course, we got to shout out our boys and gals at Miraj Advisory. Thank you so much for loving what we do. We love you guys right back. And they are wrestling fans as well. They're just helping support us do what we love. So while they do what they love, and they are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
For sure. And they have been leading the way. They are our first sponsor for this season. They are really passionate boys. What they want from all of us is very simple. Follow them on their social media, on their Instagram, Miraj Advisory, at Miraj Advisory. Follow them. Let them know that you came from Kick to the Gut. They will love you back. Thanks for that. And they have talked to me, bro. They say like, they love wrestling, but they've never attended a local wrestling show live before. So
is that right?
Yeah. So like, hey, if you're gonna get tickets for this coming Friday's SPW Ignition, your boy Foreign will be there, and your boys from Miraj Advisory will be there. I'm gonna be hosting them, so you can get to see them in person, see the people that is helping to keep the lights on, the bills on for this podcast.
Look at this Foreign doing Nick Khan moves. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Nick Khan moves.
Okay, so Mr. Young, you're the Triple H. I'm gonna be the Nick Khan. I'll be the backstage cutting all the deals.
Okay, hang on. Where's my water? I need to spit water first. Then I have to be.
Oh, there you go. Wait, are you gonna spit water at your own desk?
No, I don't. I got my keyboard. I have a lot of expensive equipment here. Scully, the whole stream collapsed because of my H2O blast.
Let's not do that.
Once again, guys, do us a favor, okay? Help support them like they're supporting us. Go to the Instagram page right now, Miraj Advisory. That's MIRAG Advisory on Instagram, and drop them a follow.
Also, check out their content, man. Go read up.
Yeah.
And they're putting out IG reels as well. Get to know those people, their characters, what they bring to the table. So
let's get raw right now, though. That sounded wrong. Let's get down and dirty and raw.
All right, Mr. Young. Hold your horses.
Look, we kind of knew, all right? There was no topping France. I mean, I had my quote-unquote criticisms about that crowd being overbearing once in a while, but I would rather have that than crowd. You know what I mean?
We appreciate, despite the flaws of Backlash, we appreciate it now that we are back to the norm. Right?
Yeah, like it really just felt like Actually, it felt like I don't know if it's because recency bias. It felt like a dead crowd to me. But I think it's because recency bias. Maybe if there was no France, then it would have just felt normal. But it felt like such a drop-off.
Oh, it was too obvious. It really makes America look bad, unfortunately.
So, okay. Like, I mean, and we talked about this last week, right? If you look at their PLE schedule, a lot of their PLEs are going to be overseas now. So, like, their big shows are going to be legit huge shows. And I think Saudi is going to show out because even though they've had wrestling events every single year, I think they're going to look at this France crowd and go, I think we can do better.
Yeah. No, I agree. And this raises the competitiveness among the different territories.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine they do a show in Brazil.
Oh, bro, that one might have riot, bro.
I know. So, like, can you imagine the potential? And to me, they have figured out, they've broken the code, bro. We always say after WrestleMania, there will be a slump.
Yeah.
It will be like very hard to catch wrestling because it's kind of a downtrend.
Go overseas.
Bro, just do the entire summer overseas, bro. Like from May all the way to SummerSlam, just multiple, overseas shows.
What do you think and make of this rumor, the discussions of possibly having WrestleMania in London? Do you think they will ever have WrestleMania overseas? Okay, outside of Canada, I mean, okay, let's consider Canada and the US the same, like North America, right? I feel like, personally, I don't think they will ever do WrestleMania outside of North America. It's too, I don't know.
I know because of the time issues.
Timing is always going to be an issue, right? Yeah.
But can I give you a counterpoint and a counter argument?
Sure.
That would have been the case if it was 20 years ago where the US was the center of the universe.
Right.
Where everyone and their mother need to align with US telecast timing, right? But now everything is so global. You think what World Cup takes place in South Korea, we must align to US timing? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. And after next year, it's Netflix. Bro, they don't give a crap. Netflix can stream anytime you want. Bro.
Correct. So if you're saying the issue is like, oh, because you're gonna lose the US audience, it doesn't matter because the audience that they
matter.
Yeah, the audience that they bring in the UK, and they can leverage on the UK celebrities. Can you imagine Prince Harry watching the freaking I don't know, like WrestleMania. Or you get like Daniel Craig, or like I don't know what it ever. Can you imagine the whole football team from Liverpool or Man City like Arsenal at the front row? They will know what to do to tap into the UK culture specifically.
And for sure, they want to do it because they want to show up. As much as they, AEW is not competition, they want to have that record. They want to sell out Wembley and make it like legit and huge.
Sadiq Khan, the new mayor or like re-elected mayor of London, has specifically said one of the things that he will do, and if he becomes mayor, is to try to bring WrestleMania to London. And Triple H literally tweeted him and said like, let's talk. So hey, if they go, I'm definitely going. I mean, Las Vegas as well is very tempting, Mr. Young.
I'm going to be in Vegas in October, bro. I cannot justify another Vegas trip in April.
Now you know how I feel from last year.
Yeah. Bro, I've decided WrestleMania 50 will be the one. I'm going to save up WrestleMania 50.
How many years? That's 9 years away.
9 years away, bro.
You're going to be in your 50s to go WrestleMania. You sure you want to do that?
Hey, hello, 50s is not 80s, okay? I'll still be like, nice and healthy, and we'll freaking have fun. God,
all right. We'll save up our money. We'll stay in shape so that, by the time that happens,
Why do we have to be in shape? We are not wrestling. We are just traveling, bro.
Bro, I do not want to be a 40-year-old pakcik with a belly and 3 kids trying to go to WrestleMania and being cool. No. I want to look like you when I'm 40, man.
Thank you.
Good shape. So
thank you.
Let's do that.
Okay, so let's get back to Raw and WrestleMania. So, okay, the idea that WrestleMania could potentially be in the UK, that's very... Now that you've convinced me. You've talked me into them doing WrestleMania there.
They should.
Like,
what a waste.
Previously, my thought was like, okay, because WrestleMania is such a... Maybe I'm just a traditional guy because it's always been held in the US and North America, right? And I could see SummerSlam, I could see Survivor Series, Royal Rumble being overseas. But WrestleMania, like, I don't know. But there's also the fact that they want to distance themselves away from the old tradition of Vince McMahon and whatever his, ideas were. So yeah, I could see it as well.
Yeah, because last time they always used to make WrestleMania a very Americana thing, like a patriot thing, right? Yeah. But now, if they are really serious about calling themselves World Wrestling Entertainment, they want to be a global company. They can't just say everything home base must be America. You get what I mean? Actually,
that is the way to go, right? Because they have the strongest brand. The thing is, right, previously, before the TKO era, it was more, it really felt like, we are American brand with a global presence. That's about it. Now they are a global brand with presence everywhere.
Yes. And that should be the way to go, because, as the world gets more connected, you are losing out on this potential audience. Like, hey, we are in Singapore, how many light years, kilometers away from America, and we are doing this, and we're doing it passionately. So there are audiences everywhere, the same mindset.
If WWE can crack the China market somehow, wow, dude.
The next level.
That's like how billions of people, bro. It's very hard. They've tried, I don't. They 100% they've tried.
Yeah, I mean, Japan is our closest,
No, but that's completely different market altogether. The thing is with China, right? They are so, in terms of, they have literally billions of people, right? They can support their own movie industry, television industry, all their industries, they support themselves. They don't need the rest of the world, technically, right? In terms of that sort of a idea.
Yeah, so, but once they are there, like once you break into there, there's a lot of this like Fast 9 franchise or Fast Die want to make it in China. Yeah, right?
But then there are a lot of rules they have to get by. It's like, okay, a certain, I don't know if you knew this, actually, I kind of think this is common knowledge. I know we're deviating away from wrestling as well, but just like wrestling, there are a lot of politics in the world, right? World politics. Like a few of the Marvel movies, in order for them to show it in China, they have to include one scene that makes China look good.
Or is this a part of a contract thing? Or?
It is. And they only allow, like, I don't know what the exact number is, they only allow a finite number of movies from overseas to be played in China.
Yeah, I remember
you know,
this.
yeah.
I know this rule.
So okay,
can
for
you give me an
example,
example. Yeah, give me an example.
Iron Man. Iron Man, which was Iron Man 3 was the one he finally got the thing taken out of his chest, right?
Yep.
The China version has a scene where he goes to China to have that surgery, to have the thing removed, and it's a Chinese doctor saying, "Oh yeah, okay, I can't remember if it was in Chinese or what lah, but
Holy shit.
you know, there's literally an extra scene where a Chinese doctor takes the thing out and performs successful surgery on Tony Stark.
So this scene is not featured anywhere else in the world.
No, if you go and watch it on Disney Plus, it's not going to be there. But in China, in the cinemas, that scene is there.
Is there anything big that happened in Avengers Endgame or like Infinity War?
I don't. Okay, that one I don't think so, because I think Endgame was big enough that they're like, okay, you know what? This is going to be a huge movie. Just play lah. I'm not sure, but there are several instances. Actually, I'm sure that if you Google, you know, China exclusive scenes of big blockbusters, confirm will have one.
Bro, but then by logic, wouldn't Shang-Chi have been the biggest thing in the world? I mean, did they do anything to help promote Shang-Chi?
Well, I don't know, but if you think about it, right, Shang-Chi is a bit of a weird one because it's promoting Chinese people, but in America, an American Chinese lifestyle, right? And who's the bad guy?
The Mandarin, right? In a way,
Wen Wu.
Wen Wu, Chinese guy. Okay.
Chinese guy. So I'm like, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to Google that right now. I'm sure it was shown lah.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy to know that. But that again, right? That's why WWE has been trying so hard to break into the market, because John Cena, famously learned Mandarin. Yeah.
Apparently, it was not released in mainland China.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange Multiverse, Thor and Love and Thunder were not released in China.
Even Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's them, that's their rules, whatever.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah, it is weird.
Anyway, that aside, I know, right? Super random. But the whole point being, I don't know if WWE will ever make it there, because they tried with the UFC. The UFC has which card was it recently? They had two athletes from China competing for their title, right? And it's not a big thing in China, UFC.
Yeah. But
UFC is under TKO.
Isn't literally their champion, like one of the female champions, is a Chinese athlete, right?
One of the cards recently, they had, I forgot her name already. But the person fighting her, also from China.
Yeah, China versus China, right?
Yeah, so like, whatever it is, it's like she had to leave China to make it big elsewhere, but like China be like, we don't care about this.
Yeah, and the sad thing is they also released like their two Chinese wrestlers. They released Xia Li, they released Boa, right?
Oh, you're talking about WWE now?
Yeah, not talking about WWE.
Switch gears, yes. So, okay, Xia Li and Boa. I think Boa was released. Xia Li just like didn't renew her contract. Same thing, I guess. And interestingly enough, we didn't mention the talent releases. I think Jinder was the biggest name.
Jinder was a big one. Drew Gulak also.
Wow, Drew Gulak had a lot of issues. Apparently, there were allegations of bullying and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like in terms of the most recognizable, but you know the one that I laughed the most when I saw.
What?
Bro, Gable Stevens.
Actually, guy. Stevenson. It's so weird. And what's that fella? He cried. Cameron Grimes.
Okay, guy.
That one a bit of a waste. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what truly happened? How did he get, lost in the shuffle, even under Triple H?
I saw his interview with Busted Open. So he actually, after he got fired, he talked to Baba Ray, and Tommy Dreamer, and it's literally a case of they had no plans for him being called up to the roster. They just wanted to call. So basically, they called him up to the roster because he already kind of done everything that he needed to do in NXT. So they brought him up with the intention that, okay, eventually we'll do a storyline for you, but nothing. They prioritize other things. So
it feels like such a corporate thing.
Yeah, such a
it?
shame. Yeah, like, it is.
If anything, if he stayed on NXT, he might have had a better career.
Yeah. But I don't think he will flounder. I think he will do as great as Mustafa Ali. Yeah. Riddle on the independent. So that's fine. But Gable Stevenson is funny because his real life brother is still in NXT, Damon Kemp, right?
Yeah. He literally came in and they highlighted him and everything. I guess it's an attitude. He couldn't he didn't learn quick enough. He didn't take to the business quick enough.
Or maybe he just wasn't a natural in the way that he was natural in wrestling. So a lot of people were saying that I think he's better off going to UFC or doing MMA because he really have the skill set.
Yeah.
But clearly his personality not there lah.
Yeah, see that's the thing, right? Not everybody is a Kurt Angle. Not everybody is a Chad Gable. So when you talk about these athletes,
they already have Chad Gable doing that Olympic wrestler gimmick, so might as well.
Killing it, by the way. Can we talk about how Chad Gable is freaking awesome now that they're using him correctly, other than being shoosh guy.
Yeah, I love it. And I know he's not part of the so-called King of the Ring qualifiers, but he is clearly, on Raw, they really kind of showcase that they are going to tease a triple threat between him, Zayn, and was it Bronson?
Bronson Reed, yeah.
Yeah, so that should be a fun little IC match.
Do you think they're doing Bronson Reed well or right? Like, I find him very bleh. Even though he's big.
He's at the right level lah.
Okay. His nickname is really, they just were, they are like, fuck it, we couldn't come up with anything, so big. They couldn't come up with something other than big.
What happened to nice guy or nice boy? They gave up on that.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know, man. Call him Tsunami. I mean, that's his finisher. That's a cool name.
Yeah, call him the Gargantuan or I don't know. What do they call Godzilla? There's a term for all these more. Oh, Kaiju.
The Kaiju. Oh my god, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, very dope. But again, I think the issue is he has a great look. He looks intimidating. He's awesome for big men in terms of the ring. But you're right. Maybe the personality needs to be developed further.
Okay, so when he cuts promos, right? It's, I guess in 2024, it's not enough to cut a good promo. Because I don't think his promos are bad. He's intense. He's kind of scary. But that's it. There's nothing else. He's just a typical, yelly, I'm gonna crush you, I'm so big sort of a promo, and there's nothing more to that. So it probably is a case of he's still quite new. They're gonna take a while to get him to develop the character until we figure out something, and they figure out something.
Yeah, unless you're scary like Braun Strowman, the way he cuts promos and you're yelling and you're being menacing, you can't do that because that's literally the standard there anyway. Anything else will fall short.
Yeah.
If you want to be a big man and go the other route and become a very cerebral kind of big man like Samoa Joe, that's also the standard. So now you got to find a niche,
Yeah. But even then, oh my God, I'm talking about Samoa Joe. Anyway, we'll get to him in just a bit. But yeah, Samoa Joe is not just cerebral, he's witty. He's just, he's a wasted thing. It's wasted to me that he never got the WWE Championship at some point.
Yeah.
To
he
me.
should have won that one time with Brock Lesnar. I think it was a great feud. But yeah, like I said, I think Bronson Reed is at the right level working for the IC title picture. He has Sami Zayn to work with. He has Chad Gable. So it's a great way to highlight him while still making it about the feud, and I feel like right now that they have really established the draft, all the roster is kind of fixed now. They can start telling the stories that they want to tell.
True. I think it's more of a case of let Papa H cook. How do you feel about this build up to the King and Queen of the Ring right now? So we've had qualifying matches. Ricochet versus Ilya Dragunov.
Let's talk about that.
Well, first of all, let's talk about Ricochet and his
WWE Speed Championship.
Okay, I get that they're doing this because they have a partnership with X, formerly known as Twitter. They're doing 3-minute sort of speed matches, right? And then Ricochet is the speed champion. I don't know how their season works because they record in batches and then they release these matches. So it's just, I don't know, what's this, extra money to promote X? It's really what it is.
I feel like the format for the seasons is like a tournament style, and the winner of that tournament become the speed champion. So every season is like a tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't think they are defending the speed title one-on-one matches on the main roster. Everything that will happen will live on X.
Yep.
Hey, for them, it's a business deal, right? I want to make money. I have partnership. We give them exclusive content. But
you drive viewership to X.
Yeah, but I see it as just this is a cruiserweight championship, and now Ricochet is the cruiserweight champion.
Well, not even because wasn't Bronson Reed in one of the matches? So it's not even a weight thing. It's how fast can you finish a match thing.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense for a big guy to squash people in under 3 minutes. So.
Yeah. So, okay, like what you pointed out, right? To me, yes, I view this as purely a business deal. They're driving eyeballs back and forth, and the smart thing is they're not making it a big deal on the show. They just, they mention, oh yeah, that's the Speed Champion. If you like, watching quick matches, blah, 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 go on to X. So I like that they're not over hyping this, because to be honest, it's kind of it's like we say, like, it's just a business deal championship. And the belt looks, it looks like something someone created in WWE 2K24.
Nothing is worse than a 24/7 championship or like the freaking So it's in the pantheon of terrible belts. It's not the worst. So that's fine.
That's a low bar. Okay. So Ricochet, Ilya, Dragunov. What do you think of Ilya's? I mean, it's not his debut on Raw. Like, it's kind of his second match already.
I think this match really put him on the map. Like a lot of people was raving about this match after the fact, and they gave them a lot of time. I was surprised by how much time this match got. And it wasn't, Ricochet sometimes kena victim of like being squashed or being underutilized. But this match allowed him to showcase Ricochet. Ricochet was working almost like the baby face, and Ilya kind of transitioned a bit of a heel. In the match. And bro, that entire sequence where he was from the top rope, he did like a reverse dragon's I don't know what you call it, dragon screw. Top. You know that move where he kind of flipped backwards, some in a somersault, and then like he hit his head landed on the mat.
That's why he was bleeding, right?
Yes, that's why he was bleeding. Like the fact that he got up from there and still he showcased that intensity that I love about Ilya from NXT. He's just this small pitfire devilish guy that never gives up,
So we have a very interesting dynamic when you look at the bracket. Have you seen the bracket, by the way?
I've seen it, yes.
Do you know what I'm alluding to?
I don't know whether you're gonna show the bracket, but
I'm trying to find it right now. But yes.
Yeah. The thing that I find interesting is that the match that we all want to see, and you know what I'm talking about,
yes,
will happen before the finals, right?
Yes. So okay, very quickly, this is. Oh wait, no, wrong one.
Wrong one. Yeah, one can see later.
Yeah, we can give a shout out to Lemaq anyway, right? The one that I'm talking about, hang on, let me just put it up on the screen right now. Boom, there you go. This is a bit low res, but whatever. So, there you go. Okay, so Gunther and Ilya are potentially going to face off on Raw, which is, once again, on Raw. Really? Okay, it's fine. We know that they've had bangers, NXT UK, on NXT as well. This could potentially be like one of those matches that makes Dragunov Ilya, because Gunther is already a made man, honestly, right? But this could be one of those matches that makes Dragunov for the mainstream audience, for the main Raw watching audience.
Yeah, I don't hate it, like you said, right? They might be in the final bracket for Raw, and this could be a way to introduce Ilya to the audience, and then it will make people salivate for more when Ilya is already established down the road. Then they can have the big blow-off PLE match when it's really for a title or something like that, right?
But for that match to happen, Ilya has to beat Jey Uso.
So that's where things gets interesting, because now this will be a true test. What does WWE management view Jey Uso as? Like, is he really still a main eventer? But this also can reflect on how high they value Ilya. Are they willing to put Ilya over Jey Uso? So a lot of very interesting things to think about.
Honestly, I feel like they need to do it if you want to start off Ilya and potentially give us that Gunther, because just the idea of Gunther versus Ilya as a semi-final match is so like mouth-watering, right? And it could be a thing where Judgment Day costs Jey Uso, so it's not really his fault that he loses. It's going to be a banger of a match, and then right at the end, Judgment Day costs Jey, and then there's an out, as it were, for him that's why he lost.
I mean, if they're going to do a rematch between Jey and Damian, I think it makes sense for him to not be involved in the bracket. But if it's not, and Jay's going to like flounder after the fact, then it's a missed opportunity.
And I said it recently on my Twitch stream as well, now that I've started to do watch-alongs, right? People always go on there while I'm playing game, ask me about wrestling, which I'm very happy to talk about. you know, but it's like, oh, okay, cool.
You tell them what a podcast. That's the most.
Of course. I always shout out the podcast. I have a little button that I press that will pop up the link, bro.
There you go.
Gotta have cross promote. It's like X and WWE. Cross promote, bro.
I love it. Yeah.
But someone was talking about how they love Jay and, you know, his promos are really, really good, right? And that got me thinking, like, I feel like he's the type of guy, if he has something to promo against or about, then he's very good. But if he's there just sort of hyping things up, it goes nowhere and it becomes very just like, oh, he's just relying on his yeet and that's it, right? Like, do you feel the same way? Like, his best stuff was always against Jimmy, was when it was him and Jimmy versus the New Day. Like, he has an opponent to talk shit about, that's when he's the best. When he's just promoing on his own, like, to hype, it's not very good.
The Sami Zayn stuff as well, the one where he was like, you know, whether he was to align with Sami, all those were great, I think he suffers from what I call the Rikishi issue.
The Rikishi issue?
Yeah. You know, when Too Cool was a mid-card, Rikishi was just dancing and having fun. He's great, right? He's popular. But you can never see that guy as a world title contender.
Yeah. True.
But then when he ran over Stone Cold and said, I did it for The Rock, I know a lot of people was like, why suddenly this Rikishi in the main event scene? But I could see him as a main eventer because of that storyline, because of how he reacted. So
what you're saying is Jay needs to get serious?
Jay needs to run over The Rock. No, I'm just saying. Jay needs to have a very serious storyline for his
wrong bloodline member. That one is Tonga. Tama Tonga is the vehicular assault fella now.
Yeah. Jay needs to run over I don't know, Roman Reigns.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Okay. So I guess we are calling Dragunov to beat Uso and then Gunther versus Dragunov somewhere in the semi-final, and that's gonna be a banger.
Maybe. And speaking of Gunther, do you want to talk about that Gunther Sheamus main event on Raw, bro?
It was one of those things where I know exactly who's gonna win. It's just going to be a big old meat slapper of a fight that people are going to be cringing. And I saw the palm mark on Shamus. And it's the perfect guy, right? Because Shamus is a bit pale. So, like, he's like got that transparent skin. So just a little bit only, wow, he looked red like nobody's business,
Yeah, I love it. And can you give some shout out? Can you give some respect on that name, that Sheamus name?
Yes.
People make fun of him for his body when he first returned.
Please.
Bro, 2 weeks in, look at his body now.
Dude, that's why it's damn funny. See, people like talking shit. I'm like, bro, he's already in better shape than you. You just give him a couple of weeks, he's gonna be shredded.
Yeah, and people take years, to reach that kind of level. That guy take 2 weeks, So like, put some respect on it because I'm trying to get fit, so I know how tough it is, and he did it. Respect.
Do you think he and Drew were having some pints one day at a pub, and then Drew was like, I have a great line about burger after burger. Can you come in fat?
He purposely get fat, is it?
Yeah, he's like, okay, I do it for you, brother. Wow, my accents are all over the map today.
Reminds me of that one story. I remember, I think Bobby Lashley told a story. He tried to pitch to Vince McMahon, say like, can I do a storyline where I become fat or not? Yeah, and Vince totally hates the idea. He's like, no, I do not want you to lose that body.
Right. Oh, because Vince is a body guy.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they just pack up, say, okay, I come in a little bit undertrained, so I got a bit of a belly, then you can make your joke, make you super viral. Then after 2 weeks later, I freaking just cut.
Knowing Sheamus, I think he's just like that. I hope he recovering, just got married.
Yeah,
watching
true.
Liverpool.
Bro. There is a lot to be said about the work ethic and the genes. He has the genes. He can cut fast and well.
So respect to him. And you know what? Like, we all love that clash at the Castle match that he had. That was like really match of the year contender. And of course, who can forget WrestleMania 39, that triple threat with Drew as well.
Yeah.
And Sheamus is the kind of guy that I think he never gotten the respect that he deserved at the start of his career. Now I think people are starting to appreciate him. He's the veteran now. And bro, like, Gunther is on the war path. Since losing the IC title, I know he needs to get that next level. Him, early contender, bro, to winning the King of the Ring, I think will propel him to the main event scene. So I can't wait for that.
I agree. Do you like the fact that the main event, the quote-unquote, the winner of King and Queen of the Ring, the finals, rather, that was the word I was looking for. The finals is actually SmackDown versus Raw.
I like it.
You're okay with that? Okay.
I like it. You know why? Because I feel like if you want to build a whole brand thing, rivalry only for Survivor Series, that's fine. But if now you're giving more opportunities to have brand rivalries throughout the year, it makes the GM so-called rivalry a big deal as well.
As long as they don't overdo it, and one day, bro, Scrap Daddy versus Nick Aldis.
It would be a good match, bro.
I think it would, I
both
actually
of them
legit
can wrestle.
Okay, so let's just, run down the rest of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, right? So, Jey Uso advances. Do we know from the live event who Gunther is going to beat? I mean, face. Because it's supposed to be, the other bracket is Rey versus Kofi at some live event.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen the updated brackets yet. But I would like to see, man.
Like, either way, we know that it's just a stepping stone for Gunther, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun match between the two of them. But I kind of think that maybe Kofi fighting would bring back that storyline where Gunther took out Xavier Woods. So there's a storyline reason for that.
Yeah.
And maybe Rey will be stuck with LWO and all that drama as well.
Probably. And, there's the whole thing with Carlito.
Yeah.
I mean, he's suddenly like angling to hang out with Judgment Day and everything. It's interesting. Okay, so let's talk about Judgment. Okay, let's wrap up King and Queen of the Ring first. So Ivy Now versus Zoe Stark. They still need work. Natalia versus Io Sky. Io Sky picked up the victory. They're still trying to, I don't think she's going to the finals, but they're still trying with her. Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka. So Asuka and some of her co-workers have like shouted her out on social media as well, how she's been working hurt and now she's going to take time off, blah, 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 that kind of thing, right? And give her kudos for like being on the road and grinding even though she was hurt.
Yeah. And she lost to Lyra, right? Or has that match not happened yet?
I believe... Hang on. I believe she dropped to Lyra. Yes, Lyra won on Raw.
Correct. Lyra won, yeah. So because because Lyra has that continued situation with Becky, blah blah blah. So I believe right now Asuka's taking time off and she deserves it lah. She's been a workhorse since she returned.
Yeah.
And now Damage Control is on the back burner kind of. I know what happened on Raw. They kind of still say that they want to be involved in the world title picture, but
Yeah. Anyway, wait, didn't somebody replace somebody in one of these matches? Oh, Lyra beat what's her face? That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Lyra beat Dakota Kai.
Yeah. Because Asuka was injured. Yeah. So whatever list I'm looking at is not updated. Boo to you. Bleacher Report. Come on, man. No, I'm just because they changed it on the day itself, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So the other thing, Judgment Day and the teasing of. Do you like the teasing of Liv and Dom?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So we've seen, quote unquote, we've seen the whole they came out of the same room, but it was in the back of an interview. So only the true eagle-eyed nerds, wrestling nerds, would have caught that, right? And once somebody catches it, it's out there, social media. Did you see the latest tease?
Oh no, I haven't.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So on Raw, there was a thing where Dom had his bandana. He comes out with his bandana, purple bandana, right?
Yep.
Cuts a promo. And then backstage, no more bandana. And then in between, there was Liv Morgan doing a photo shoot. And this is crazy how people have picked up on this. I bet WWE leaked it out. In this photo shoot, if you zoom in to Liv's pocket, there is a bit of like a purple and white with the, like the designer or his design, like his bandana. So the speculation is that is Dom's bandana in Liv's pocket. So they're really leaning hard into this Easter egg shit, man.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. They know this is a Marvel audience hungry for Easter eggs and spoilers.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, are they doing it? Are they like, I'm like, wow.
Bro,
this would have never, bro, if this was Vince McMahon booking, right? They would be making out backstage already. Like, I'm sorry, Vince,
you make it too obvious. You make it damn obvious already.
Vince is not a man of subtlety. Like, this is truly a different era. I'm like, I can't imagine Vince saying yes to, okay, we'll just hide a little corner of his bandana in her pocket and hope that somebody catches it.
Bro, early prediction. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the world title when she returns. Custody of Dominic match. Let's go.
Dominic on the pole match. No lah, I think I mean, we all know what upside Rhea has, right? And the second she comes back, so Liv Morgan winning the title is actually kind of inevitable, I feel.
They should. I think. I mean, she deserves it for this character work alone.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm still not sold. I'm more sold on the story than I am on Liv. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I think certain situations where if the story is justified, I think it's okay for them to win the title based on the story.
No, yeah. I think she should win the title based on the story so that when Rhea comes back, a House of Fire, like she's gonna be cheered like the biggest babyface ever, right? And then you have the whole Dom screws Rhea Ripley because he's now screwing Liv Morgan thing, and then, the signs were all there, and only the eagle eyes, the Easter egg fans caught it. Like I love it. I love what they're doing.
You know, anything that Liv does is always gonna be a step up from. You want some brah? Come at me, brah.
Brah, you want some brah? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Just never let her be on commentary. So yeah, you got that. You got the Uncle Howdy stuff, which is very AR. Like it's weird, right?
Shout out to Fias, our intrepid reporter.
That's the thing. Like I know he is a huge. Like he loves horror. He loves. We talk about ARG, augmented reality games, where it blurs the line and you have to do a lot of digging, going down rabbit holes, coming out with crazy conspiracy theories. There is a huge segment of the audience that loves this kind of thing. And I love that we are in an era where WWE is targeting all these. Whereas in the Vince McMahon era, it would never. He'd be like, "What is this? I don't get it. It's stupid."
He got no foresight. He got no foresight in that sense. So like you're right? That they are really activating different audience groups, interest groups, like whether they have the ARG audience, people who love the telenovela, the drama, all this scandalous shit, all these Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Don't forget all the celebrity activations as well.
Yes. It is a great time to be a wrestling fan if you're watching the WWE. So, that being said, I don't know about you, but all this talking has gotten me a little bit hungry. And as you're watching this, people in chat, it's lunchtime, right?
Yeah. But as we are recording this,
it is also
we haven't makan yet. So.
But it's coming up to lunchtime, and that's why when I'm looking at Lemaq, and I'm looking at the food, and I'm looking, bro, hang on, let me, bam, big one, right there. Let's give a shout out to Lemaq right now.
All right, I'm gonna make sure my script is proper this time.
Script, bro. Script.
No.
What script, bro?
No script needed.
We free-balling it, bro. Ad-libbing, bro.
Yeah, we are free-flowing. But the most important thing is because I feel the need to get this right, because I want to do them justice, right?
Yes.
Because they're not only, their tagline is called A Taste to Remember, bro. So, I mean, from there, once you eat their cuisine, whether it's their Malay food, Indonesian cuisine, you won't forget it, bro. The food is so sedap,
Absolutely. Okay, so first things first, go and whet your appetite. Go to their social media and drop them a follow, okay? That's lemaq.lemaq on Instagram. Same for TikTok. They got TikTok. Hang on. Guys, we all do this together. So open up your TikTok right now. Search for lemaq.lemaq. Right, there you go. You see the logo. This is the page. Y'all hit follow.
There you go. You see, if Foreign got the connection. So, you never know, man. If we work with them and they love our stuff, we can help promote their stuff as well. Do you want to see some wrestlers cutting promos on Lemaq products? I would love to see that. So, just to be clear, Lemaq is a food stall at Hawker Centre. I think they are based in the East, in Bedok, but they also do pop-up road shows and food providers, caterers for events. So, whether you have a corporate event, weddings, upcoming at Mark Besar in Changi Expo, they are there. So, you can expect them to see your food fairs, all this kind of stuff. They also don't just sell, the like main food like for lunch. Like they also have signature desserts such as jongkong and risoles, and also, bro, they also distribute flavored dried coffee as well.
Like over 30 different ones, right?
Yeah, over 30 different flavors. It's called Beanies. Benies. So this Beanies coffee apparently originates from the UK. They have a distributor in Malaysia. So Lemaq is the first distributor in Singapore. Apparently they sell halal, vegetarian, and calorie-free coffee. So this is a lot of options and flavors for you, especially if you're thinking about taking care of your weight like me.
There you go. So we showed you their Instagram page, their TikTok page. Their webpage is a website, lemaq.com.sg. If you're looking to cater for an event, company event, that kind of thing, you can go there and contact them, drop them an order, that kind of stuff, right? Also, they have Shopee as well and Lazada coming soon.
Yeah. So I think they're really more active on Instagram and TikTok. Follow them there. And also all you wrestling promotions out there, hint Grapple Max, hint SPW. If you want a live station for any of the upcoming wrestling shows, engage Lemaq, man. After all these wrestlers beat them up each other, they want some signature desserts as well. So.
They want to makan. They need to put in some of those calories. So
So all the wrestling fans, you all want to drink your strong zero and also eat a bit of risoles. I mean, it's a perfect combination in my opinion.
There you go. Guys, do us a favor, drop them a follow on their social media pages, okay?
Right.
From that, let's jump on over to something
AEW
that...
Dynamite.
Yeah, I know, right? Here's the thing. I'm the sort of guy, once I get into like a pattern of watching a show, I will try my best to continue. Like we brought up the example, like, I'm a Marvel fan, even though Secret Invasion was just the poop. I had to finish it because I'm a bit of a completionist, right? So in that vein, I'm like, all right, I've watched 4 weeks of AEW. I'm like, you know what? Let's give it one more chance. Let's see the follow-up of this whole like Young Bucks. And, to their credit, they're trying something. Even though none of it seems big league, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't have to be big league as long as it's good storytelling. There's a place for indie movies and there's a place for big blockbuster movies, right?
Yeah.
So I watch AEW Dynamite. And it's... that's not a good start, right? That's not a good start. I feel like they just don't want me to watch. I'm not their target audience. Or they are just leaning so hard into just like their own audience that I'm done. I'm quite done,
Wow. Okay. Wait. First and foremost, right? Can we say some of the what do you actually remember or like you enjoyed about the show? Is there anything?
Okay, remember and enjoyed are two very different things.
Yeah. So let's just say it's a 2-part question.
I mean, okay, I do enjoy Swerve and Christian Cage. I thought it was kind of cock though. So okay, do you know what happened between Swerve and Christian Cage?
No, I haven't watched it properly.
Swerve comes out, cuts a promo, scolds Christian Cage. Okay, he didn't. Well, this sounds like such a Singaporean. He scolded him, man. He promo against Christian Cage, and then Christian Cage comes out with his, family, whatever, patriarchy, right? And then Christian's like, haha, I have the numbers, and then Swerve's like, oh, do you? And then this group, what's that group called? I always forget their name.
The Mogul Embassy.
Mogul, yeah, a bunch of
the Gates of Agony.
Whatever lah. See, that's the thing. You bring out a jobber group. To me, they are a jobber group. I don't care how badass they look. They are a jobber group. They haven't been portrayed as main event or even upper mid-card guys, right?
Yep.
So these jackasses come out and like, yeah, we have Swerve's back. And then they beat up Swerve. Oh, look. And then, like Tony Schiavone had to be like, were they paid? Are they on the take? I get where they're going with that, but it felt very... It would be the same as if, let's say, Stone Cold was facing off against the corporate ministry and then Kayan Tai has Stone Cold's back. I'm like, what? Who gives a... Or Too Cool without Rikishi has Stone Cold's back. You know what I mean? I was like, who are they? Like, Swerve is your main champion. He should be hanging out with main... upper mid-card guys. FTR should be backing him up. But no, FTR are busy with another bunch of jokers.
The problem is, right, this could have been a big moment if there was story told in between that led up to this. Okay, so before Swerve became a good guy, had a rivalry with Hangman Page, he was the leader of the Mughal Embassy. But then they didn't link that or they didn't have them involved in his rise to the top. They completely separated both of them.
He just disappeared. Oh, he's a good guy now, so he just... See, that's the problem with AEW storytelling, right? They are quite obvious. I don't care what anybody says, but it's very obvious to me they're booking on the fly.
Yes, very obvious. You know why? Because now they brought them back up. They can try to justify by saying, oh, they've have this history, so now is the time for them to come into the storyline.
Yeah.
But doesn't that kind of show that you didn't plan long term? You just, I just remember there was this thing that happened. Yeah. Maybe let's bring it back.
See, I didn't realize that he was part of the Mogul Embassy. And nor did the commentators or anybody really make note of that. So that's on them. Once again, as a viewer, as a casual, quote unquote, right? If you're trying to get me hooked, I wasn't hooked because I don't know who these guys are. To me, they're a bunch of jobbers.
Yeah. Though, I must say, they are really good-looking jobbers. Like,
They look like
if them and Jinder Mahal is in one faction, I was like, holy shit, but all three of them are Jack Indian men.
Yeah.
It's just that there's no I have no idea who they are. I never heard them cut a promo.
Yeah.
I don't know their story. Even if they had the Slumdog Millionaire background, they come to fame. I would never know because no story has been told. And sometimes people say, oh, just the matches matter, but not enough.
No, it doesn't.
It's not enough.
And how much has Swerve cooled down already? Like, you know what I mean? People say, oh, let them cook. No. You've missed the mark with Swerve already. Like, and this has happened time and time again. Every time an act gets hot, they don't pull the trigger. They don't know how to sustain. No, not just you shouldn't be pulling the trigger just because a person is hot, right? You need to be able to capitalize on it and then pull the trigger when it suits the storyline. I get that.
Yeah.
You know, you're not like going to hotshot a title just because somebody suddenly got hot. But you need to figure out a way to maintain. They don't know how to do it. To me,
they do not know how to prolong or carry a storyline. Yeah,
Swerve won the title. It should have been all about Swerve, but now because they have this whole EVP thing, suddenly he is just like an afterthought. And then, like, okay, I studied in Winnipeg. Winnipeg was last week, right? I remember the crowd was dead for Swerve. Or maybe it wasn't dead. It sounded like shit. You know, you want to compare to France? Like, I mean, this sounded like crickets.
Yeah, no, that's the problem, right? Whatever to your point, you just said they shouldn't hotshot the title just because someone got popular. They need to build the storyline, build the anticipation. That's literally what happened. Swerve got over on his own. It was organic. Then they are like, oh my god, let's capitalize, let's faster put the title on him. But the anticipation wasn't there. Like to them, it's like, oh, he just lose the one-time triple threat match. That's his challenge. Yeah. But Cody Rhodes literally had a year-long track back up to the main event scene.
Dude, at this point, WWE is playing chess. AEW is not even playing checkers. They are playing freaking tic-tac-toe. They're playing marbles, bro.
Yeah, they're playing marbles. Bro. No, and here's coming from someone who actually enjoyed certain portions of this Dynamite because I did watch snippets of it, and I think that's the only way I can watch Dynamite right now. The matches that I enjoyed are good. Like, just in the storyline of the match itself, right? Like, I actually enjoyed Jay White versus Rocky Romero.
I will say this. I enjoyed Jay White's promo even backstage.
Yes.
Because I think that they've kind of figured out Jay White's best promo is because he has the accent as well. So, like, he's the sort of promo I feel like he will say a bunch of stuff. I don't know half of what it means, but it sounds cool. And he can pull it off and he just walks by and F's off. So he should have a promo that's no longer than 30 seconds. Then because he has the swag, he can pull it off, but the in-ring promo is the worst type of promo to give him, like 2 minutes on the stick. No. After a while, he starts talking rubbish.
He couldn't do it because he just completely got obliterated by MJF.
Yeah.
Remember?
So yeah, and he was facing off against freaking MJF, right? No, I think the best way to present him, quick, 30 seconds on the way to the ring, cocky promo, like, I don't have time for you. I'll just say what I want to say, I'm going to F off. Like, that's the type of way they should highlight him.
Yeah, he got popular because of his backstage rants at New Japan, after the post-match scrum, he did all this crazy shit. And his vignettes in New Japan was amazing, made him look like the biggest star in the world. So presentation matters as well. So keep his mystique. He doesn't have to talk so much. Let him cut all those menacing stuff and then do the business in the ring.
And then he has these two guys next to him, like super. They're just very easy to hate. And I love it. The Guns, they are freaking. The Guns. And we've talked about how incredible they are. Okay, what really annoyed me though is that match, right? If you think about it from a logic standpoint, right? What was the match for? What were the stakes?
Nothing. Because I know that Rocky Romero is involved with.
No, there were stakes. The winner of that match gets shot or gets put into some trios title contention. Which makes zero sense because they are doing a one-on-one and the winner earns a treat. Like, what?
So what? Rocky is earning for his team, like the best friends?
Yeah. And best friends aren't even actually a team anymore.
Yeah, so who's going to be in the team? Rocky, Orange Cassidy, and an injured Chuck Taylor?
Or? I guess that, that's how they generate intrigue, ma. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
It's hard to watch AEW. Like, I tried so hard. And they really it doesn't
so
matter.
far.
And
You
I
got
got
so
so
far.
far. In the end, it doesn't matter because they won't capitalize on things. They'll just, book on the fly law. That's literally what they're doing.
The problem is, this is their WrestleMania season. Double or Nothing is their big show, right? So they need to knock it off the park.
Bro, they are hanging everything on this this EVP bullshit. That's what they're hanging this is anarchy in the arena. So that is their big announcement, right? Anarchy in the arena.
I do not hate the idea of a Team AEW versus Team Elite. It was bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
It was bound to have a WCW versus NWO vibe. My problem is everyone is miscast. It's like Avengers against, I do not know, X-Men. But like the Avengers is like Ant-Man and freaking Black Falcon versus like...
Black Falcon is not a character, bro.
I'm just putting random ass shit. But you know what I mean? It's like the C-level members of like this faction versus the C-level members of this faction.
It's okay, so to your point, anarchy in the arena, like I get it. Kenny Omega is not cleared, right? He's not going to be back in time. You remember how in Winnipeg he came out and we praised his promo? It was a really good promo.
Last week's promo,
And then this week was him in a hospital gown, in a hospital bed to sell. They need to stop it. It looks so... They went back to the whole cheesy... Like, I'm sure you read about Goldberg's interview, right? And how Tony Khan had tried to court him and he was just... Goldberg basically said, the product is too cheesy. I would never come. I would never be made to look like the threat that I am. And to a lot of people, it might sound like he's just big upping himself, but it's true. It's just true. With Kenny Omega in the hospital gown in the bed, it just seems so damn cheesy, bro.
You know what I was expecting?
What?
I was expecting Stone Cold to come out with a frying pan.
No, the bedpan and tong on the head, right? And then it was such a bad promo because it was like, I don't know, maybe later tonight somebody will challenge it. Like, there was no nuance to that promo. He's basically laying it out to try to sell that end of the show segment. Like, he's basically saying, somebody is going to, you know what I mean? He went from such a great impassioned promo in his hometown to a shit skit from a hospital bed. I'm like, wow.
I really feel like Kenny Omega, he's a world-class athlete, right? And he's a great wrestler. But imagine if he had that NXT training with Dusty or you know what I mean? Like, he has it. He has the ingredients. He has it, He got the ability to cut passionate promos. But can you imagine if he cut this promo up, he just got beaten up by his best friends, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if he was crying or he was angry. He was like pissed off. He cut that crazy, Bryan Danielson kind of how dare you hurt me, bro, that kind of shit. And then say, you know what? I'm going to make your life a living hell and you'll never know who is going to come and hit you, that kind of shit. Really, emotion.
Yeah. No, because you see, that's his style. His style is the laissez-faire, he's like kind of like a bit slurry, a bit like act cool, And to your point, we expect that from him. That's why he needs to do the breakdown intense thing, because this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You knew I was, you tried to kill me. Motherfucker, you tried to kill me. I would love to come back and F you up, but I don't know why I say F when I already said motherfucker. Anyway. But you know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's exactly, the way it came off was like Tony Khan last week showing up on camera. Hi, I'm not there, but I'm at home. And the fact that oh my God, even on commentary, they must have been told to do this. Even on commentary, they were like, thankfully, Tony Khan is producing the show from home. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares who is producing the show. Oh my God. You know what I mean? How delusional are they?
I know what's the problem.
What?
The people in the AEW are not believing the shit that they're doing anymore. I feel like there is not there's no passion. There's of course that professionalism to do their job.
Yeah.
But even they think it's bullshit what they're doing. That's why it comes across,
So are they saying, they're pushing the blame? This sucks because Tony Khan is producing it. Because they had to keep highlighting. I think they did it twice. It stuck out like a sore thumb. They highlighted that Tony Khan was producing the show from home. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Nobody gives a shit. How does that, fit into any of the storylines?
How does that work? So how can he produce a show and then the Young Bucks are in control? Shouldn't technically Young Bucks took over already the show?
See, that is the stupidity. You see, why are we trying to put logic to a product that's right now insulting our logic? That's why it's so easy to say, all right, you know what? I'm done. I don't need to watch this crap anymore.
And to those people that say, "Ayah, it's wrestling. Why you overanalyze things so much? Why you just throw logic? No, just enjoy the show." You know what I will say to those people? If you can switch off your brain for F9 for 2 hours, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you were to watch F9 every week for the rest of the year, knowing that this is the only show that you can watch and this is the only thing this is the only content that you're gonna be supporting.
Yeah.
Are you dumb or what?
Oh my god. Look, even F9 got better acting and got high budget, got cars exploding, flying off. Like they are legit
Bro,
moments.
There's one thing that F9 has that AEW doesn't have.
Star power.
Yes, legitimate stars.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
I will watch Vin Diesel talk about his family all day long. You know what I mean?
Bro, I will watch I will watch Tyrese talk about shit over any of these mofos.
Yeah,
okay?
they go to space, so I don't care. I will watch.
How... I don't want to say, how badly has he damaged his reputation? But how little do you care about Cope right now?
Oh, man. Okay. This to some context, I watched Chris Van Vliet's interview with Edge recently, and he talked about why he left WWE, his AEW run and all that. When he was sitting down and talking to Chris Van Vliet in that environment, that's Edge, right? That's the WWE Hall of Famer. Like everything about him is everything I love about him. He's honest, he's passionate, he cares about the business, blah blah blah. Something about the AEW stance, right? That just devalues every star that's there. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow, if John Moxley goes back to WWE, right, he will be immediately a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the environment. So Adam Copeland, while in my opinion, I think he had a great match with Brody King here.
Yeah, he did.
But I wasn't like at the age of, like last time, even when I was watching CM Punk in AEW, I was in the edge of my seat.
I see what you did there, by the way.
Gotcha, thank you. I'm trying to explain to you that CM Punk managed to retain that mystique, that big deal nature, or like he's a big time performer in AEW. For some reason, every other WWE star that transitioned to WWE to AEW can't seem to keep that mystique and appeal and that aura of them.
So I think what it boils down to that performer. We've talked about it before, right? We love Edge, we love Adam Copeland, but in the scheme of the wrestling world in WWE, he was like, he's a B+ player. He's not a Rock, Austin, Cena, CM Punk.
If Cena was 1, he was 1A or 1B.
Yeah, right? So to me, CM Punk being captivating in AEW was solely because of CM Punk. He succeeded despite AEW shit booking. He's like bulletproof. He weathered the storm and he got out of there. And that's why he knew like, shit, this place is falling apart. Nobody knows what's going on. I better get the F out of here right now.
Bro, can I give you the hottest of hot takes?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Just to, right on your point, right? If CM Punk, regardless whether he was WWE, he was in AEW, he will still be a star. He will still thrive, right? I argue that if I put The Rock or I put Stone Cold in AEW, they will still be a star. Like, I still believe that they can know how to put themselves over. You know what? If we were to put Triple H, right, in AEW, he will have the Adam Copeland problem as well.
Oh!
You know why?
Why?
Triple H has never been the top star or top draw in wrestling. He's always been a heel, but he was a top heel, but he needed like a big star to draw from. But I think he will be like Edge because he'll be exposed, right? Like how is no one is gonna pay money to see Triple H there unless he's like the biggest heel in the world. Right now, Adam Copeland is a babyface.
Right. And
so do you think the issue is all this while his greatest work was as a heel, ultimate opportunist, and asshole, this crazy psycho character?
At the end of the day, right? And I see where you're going with the Triple H point. But I think Triple H, because of his years in the business and learning from Vince, blah, 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 and doing his own thing, I think he would have actually become I think he would have turned out like CM Punk. He
like
would
Roman Reigns.
No. I feel like he would just look around going, oh, this is a shit show. He would be smart enough to know that this is a sinking ship and he has to leave. I think he wouldn't even stay.
I know what's I get the problem really.
No, but it also depends. It also depends on what era of Triple H you're talking about. If it's the younger Triple H, then maybe he would flounder, right? But if you're talking about the Triple H now, I think he's way too smart at this point. He knows, to surround himself with smart people. Like the businessman Triple H would look at this and go, okay, this is just it's a shit show. I'm out of here.
Do you think the problem with AEW is that they are taking advantage of the fact that these wrestlers are passionate wrestling fans?
No. We've addressed the problem. It's Tony Khan. He's just collecting action figures and letting, the wrong people book. He's booking remotely from Jacksonville. I mean, I know that's kayfabe, that's storyline, but whatever. He's still very obviously booking.
No, but the point is, what I'm saying is like, these people that is in AEW right now are they're more about the love of the game. They're more about I love wrestling. So like you see like the people like Bryan Danielson, freaking John Moxley, now Adam Copeland, they care about wrestling, giving back, but they are not businessmen.
No, and that's fine, and it's good to have an alternative so that they can go there and make money. We are definitely not saying that, it's bad for the business, right? It's good for them. But how long can this be sustained? It can be sustained as long as Shad Khan is willing to fund it. That's it. That's all it is, because once they lose their TV deal, it's going to be like, then we'll see, oh shit, that's when the shit is going to hit the fan. That's when they're,
I just want to know whether AEW is profitable right now. Are they still in the red? Like, have they turned around and like made a profit at all? Because every time I hear them, selling out Wembley, but then they have all these deals that's falling through,
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and their arenas are their weekly shows are doing so poorly, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to justify. But you're right. Like, even the announcement that, the team AEW is going to be represented by FTR, represented by Bryan Danielson.
Eddie Kingston. Actually what was really sad? When they played Bryan Danielson's music, I was like, who's that? Like, he has...
No pop, is it?
No pop. No, it's not only no pop, but it was... No, there was a pop. There was quite a pop. Because Edmonton loves, like, their technical wrestlers. He's still a beloved character, right?
Yep.
But didn't he just have his neck broken or whatever bullshit?
Yep.
And then he's just completely moved on. And he's not going to go into this big, like, rubbish, hardcore bullshit match. I'm like... Wow, they are just shoehorning him, and he's gonna be happy to do it because he's a trooper, he's a company man, and that's great, right? But like, it should be Kenny Omega, but they can't do it because he's injured. They are just using him as a like sort of like, okay, him versus he's the figurehead lah.
Can I tell you the most ironic thing about the team AEW? It's made up of 3 former WWE stars.
Oh yeah,
and one time Eddie Kingston.
And Eddie Kingston. Look, as much as I shit on his in-ring, I think he's damn funny when he comes out and he looks like the lovable drunk uncle who always gets in trouble at family gatherings.
Yeah, he is. I love him. He's a great character, right? But that's the problem, right? There's not enough characters in AEW. They are just people who like to wrestle. Like, for example, I thought Claudio or Cesaro would develop some sort of personality and be like unleashed. No, he doesn't talk.
So it's a thing of they don't know how to highlight, they don't know how to produce. They are just, like you said, a bunch of wrestlers who enjoy wrestling, who are there to wrestle and to collect a paycheck. And it's probably a very good paycheck. So,
bro, just to fantasy book, right? If you could choose your 4 AEW wrestlers to be representing Team AEW, who would you have chosen?
I mean, it had to be Kenny Watt.
Yeah,
Kenny you know what I mean? It would have been Kenny. It would have been FTR. I guess the last person is like, and whatever happened to the freaking 4 pillars?
I was just about to say, if it was me, right?
MJF.
It would have been MJF. You know what? It would have been MJF. It would have been Kenny
Hangman.
Omega.
Oh.
No, I don't like Hangman.
You're done with him already, huh?
No, actually, okay, if Hangman was a babyface, that initial 2021 run, he would have been the perfect one. Because he represents what AEW was supposed to be, right? This alternative with this new star. So it would have been MJF, Hangman, Kenny Omega, yes. If he was the good guy, Kenny Omega. And you know who it would have been?
Who?
Darby Allin.
Oh yeah, but he broke his... Oh my god!
Yeah, he got run over by a bus.
Not only did he break his foot, then he broke his face.
I don't know, he's fucking funny.
How the hell do you get hit by a bus?
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's like Team WWE versus Team Alliance. Like Alliance is like okay, it does the job, but it wasn't. If imagine if Alliance Team WCW had Sting, Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, freaking hell, all these people fighting against the Rock, Stone Cold, that would have been amazing, man.
They had to switch sides. They had to get freaking Austin to switch sides just to make it work, right? But that's a whole other conversation altogether. Yeah. Like when they announced it, I was like, okay, cool. But I literally felt no hype. I think that, you know, they tried with the whole EVP, like the douchey EVPs. It fits them. But this is not a main event feud. This is like them trying to... It feels like a parody of pro wrestling, which is very sad. You know what I mean? It feels like they're trying to parody the evil boss thing.
Yeah, so like, I mean, I don't want to go start ranting about AEW. We all are aware of the issues. We also recognize the potential, the good things about it. But can we all be very, very honest? 5 years in AEW, I'm very worried that they have already peaked. It shouldn't be the case. It should be like, I'm getting more excited all about there's new stars, there's new who has they highlighted as a new star recently? To be honest,
they have no star. They literally the stars that they had, they were promoting, quote unquote, Adam Copeland, Saraya, the big signings, Okada, Mercedes Moné, all have floundered and have generated no buzz.
We haven't talked about Mercedes Moné. I don't want to even talk about her.
No.
So yeah, that's the thing, right?
Look, Willow is a better than promo than her right now.
Yeah. But of course, there some mitigating factors. Apparently, she's still injured or she haven't fully recovered until Double or Nothing.
Bro, there have been people who were injured who made money. Stone Cold being the biggest, most obvious comparison there. So it's not an excuse. It's just poor presentation.
You know who else has been making money but out injured?
CM Punk, Drew McIntyre.
CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. We didn't even talk about their awesome stuff that they did. The CM Punk's promo on Raw.
Right. So Drew is also injured. So that's a crazy thing. They're both injured. They're just showing up, playing cat and mouse, building the anticipation. Like literally, this is a feud that they cannot have physical contact because they're both injured. And by the time that they do, they would have built it up to a fever pitch. People want to see this match happen.
Exactly. I do not know who's giving them ideas or helping them present themselves or book their segments, but it's not doing it, man. It's really not doing it right now.
You're talking about AEW?
AEW, yeah. And the thing is, I heard they have good producers. They still have like Dean Malenko, they have Jerry Lynn, but they don't have a creative mind like a Paul Heyman there. I think that's the issue.
We just go back to the source. It's Tony Khan letting the wrong people make the shots. The EVPs are...
If they're just EVPs by name for the storyline, I'm fine. But if they're not involved in the booking, then I wouldn't even blame them anymore.
No,
they're not part of it.
But no, I disagree. They are shitty authority figures. I would say Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are better authority figures than that because they can act. They can actually look like they are, in charge. Whereas these two just look like a bunch of punk brats who do comedy skits. They are not even interesting on the mic. So
have they made it in a business? Because I know they had a lot of criticism in when they were in TNA, saying that they were not good enough, and I think Booker T didn't respect them, blah blah blah. I think they haven't. They will always be at that level because they've never done a WWE look. They've never shown that they can be a star in WWE.
Here's the thing, and this goes to their entire mythology, right? They broke the business. What was their book called?
Killing the Business.
Killing the Business. They killed the business. They want to do things their way. Okay, that's only gonna get you this far. You know what I mean? Working for Dave Meltzer's stars only gets you that far. They are not business-minded people at all. In the business wrestling, they really love, the art, even though a lot might argue that what they do is not wrestling, they're just doing trampoline routines, right?
No, that's the thing. I think they do have some business savviness in there because they did manage to market AEW out. They did manage to sell their t-shirts, do all that stuff.
They're doing they're carnies. They're doing carny business. Whereas over there, other people are doing global business.
Yeah. So the comparison I was trying to say is like, they are more like a mom and pop shop, like, like family business, okay lah, I do something in Malaysia, I bring you supplier, come Singapore, that kind of level. And then you're fighting against freaking Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
There's levels.
There's absolute levels to it. No, that's 100% it. And then the crazy thing is, just imagine your analogy, right? Suddenly a billionaire come in and support the mom and pop. Overnight, their business sense is not going to suddenly grow. You know what I mean? They are still going to be indie-minded. They are still going to think at that level. It's just that they have so much more money. They'll buy in all the hottest products, but they don't know how to sell. They don't know how to highlight.
Correct.
That's exactly what has happened here.
If Shahid Khan gave that $1 billion to Nick Khan, no problem, right?
Yeah,
he will know how to build the business based on it because they have years of experience.
Yeah.
Young Bucks, literally, their only experience is marketing their products.
Selling t-shirts on merch. The indie scene.
Yeah, it's like a billionaire coming to us and say, okay, Mister Young FRGN, I want you to run SPW or something like that.
I think we would do a better job of it. But, that's a different conversation altogether. Look, I have never been less impressed with Okada. Like, I literally don't care about this guy. Jack Perry... Ironically, Jack Perry is the kind of like the
most interesting.
Yeah, because he's got that very punchable face. But the second he takes off his jacket, he's just this skinny boy. It's like, oh, okay, then.
Bro, one thing he has over everyone else, he has heat.
Yeah, he has legitimate heat because of somebody else.
Yes.
Because of CM Punk. He's making money off CM Punk's name.
Okay, bro, 5 weeks in, you've reviewed 5 episodes of AEW Dynamite in.
They lost me already, bro. They lost me. There's no point in me watching anymore. I tried. Look, I even gave it an extra week just to see where this goes. But at this point, I'm like, I would rather be taking a nap, playing with my dogs, going and playing a game online, doing some social media stuff. Like there are 1,000,001 other things I would rather do than to have my intelligence insulted on this boring show.
We will only continue talking about AEW only if our listeners require us to do so or want us to do so, okay? when we say talk about AEW, doesn't mean we have to watch it. I can follow AEW without even watching it. So,
bro, I tried. I gave it a shot. And a bad show is a bad show. You wouldn't watch, a show if it sucks, right? And that's why, and let's get back to the ratings real quick. That's what their ratings bear this out. They only have the hardcore diehards, those, people who will watch no matter what because they are aligned with the brand. The Kool-Aid drinkers, and they've dropped. Even those numbers have dropped already.
Yeah, they went from 800, now they are 700. They might go under 700,000 as a norm, as a downtrend. So Warner Brothers is going to decide the fate of AEW right now. Who holds the fate of AEW? It would be Warner Brothers.
Maybe, if not Warner Brothers, then what about the Home and Decor Network or the Weather Channel? Maybe somebody else will come in.
I don't know, man. Once it's on like BBC Earth or something, I don't know.
BBC Earth? I think more people watch BBC. Actually, I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's put a bow on that. AEW is doing its thing. It's leading up to its biggest show, even though there's no real vibes to it. Very quickly, let's before we jump back to SmackDown, because some big stuff has happened on SmackDown as we record this. But of course, we, as always, talking about, all these companies going through different eras. We kick to the guy are currently in the Miraj era.
Yeah, bro. The guys on Miraj have been supporting us for season 7. They love what we do. They are wrestling fans as well. And they want to show a bit of love to the local wrestling community here in Singapore by helping us with this podcast. So guys, do us a favor. Follow them on their Instagram. Give them a shout out. Say hi to them. And we hear they're also going to be joining me for SPW Ignition happening this Friday.
So go and say hi to them. Put up a finger for them. Acknowledge Miraj Advisory. They are our tribal chiefs.
Yes. They are our paymasters for this season.
Hey, don't say it like that, bro.
Hey, we give them the respect they deserve. And guys, please follow them as well.
They the ones. You see, I have my finger. I raised one finger, right? Because they the ones. And then finger goes and then press the follow button on their Instagram page. Drop them a follow on their social media pages. That's Miraj, Miraj Advisory. Thank you guys so much for supporting what we do and loving what we do. Awesome. Let's show them the support that they've shown us as well. Okay. Let's talk a bit about SmackDown. Obviously, as we record this, I haven't watched SmackDown, but I did see on social media they have a very interesting main event.
Yes. It literally broke live as we were recording this and we were doing the podcast. Cody Rhodes has a new challenger and up steps another champion.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what is he? He's always a contender for the Saudi shows. Remember
yeah.
Remember last time it was him versus Roman Reigns. Of course, we are talking about Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia. He's like every time. Forget about Mansoor. He is now the Saudi guy.
No, so my question is, right, what is this? Is this going to be for the Undisputed WWE Championship? Is he putting his name as a contender to challenge for the title? Is this going to be a non-title match where none of the titles is on the line? Is it going to be all titles are on the line? So can somebody clarify? Because this is literally happening live as we're speaking, so we haven't watched SmackDown or like understand the actual logistics of it.
Yeah.
But if it was up to me, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is Logan ready to be a world title contender again?
Bro, I'm looking at the Instagram page right now. I'm going to tell you right now. It says, wait a minute. It doesn't say anything. Hey, why it says champion versus champion.
Yeah, it just says champion versus champion. So is it just like an exhibition match? That's my question.
Why so vague?
Yeah. Even people in the comment sections are asking, like, can somebody make it clearer? What is this about?
Bro, you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Tune in next week to find out.
Okay.
I mean,
you know what? Logan Paul is a star. Saudi money, they love the Logan Pauls over there. They were paying to be in the main event, so that's not an issue. It also continues, in my opinion, Cody's kind of padding out his winner resume, championship resume. Yeah. So it's fine. I'm not against it, but I got a few questions. What happens to AJ Styles now? He literally had an awesome, performance. And I know I believe he was in the King of the Ring match as well. So I'm not sure who won. But my question is, like, can they keep AJ Styles hot even though now he's back down the card, right?
I believe it was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in the qualifying match for King of the Ring, and Randy won. So AJ is now back to taking losses.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sad for him because first of all, his new music is just not it. And secondly, it's clear that everyone respects him, everyone loves him. Is he gonna do the Shawn Michaels thing where he just comes into the main event when they need him, and then suddenly he's gonna go back down the card? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. I think he's now fitting that role. Interestingly, I'm looking at the results right now. Jade and Bianca have both advanced.
Yeah, I saw that as well. So like, the brackets on SmackDown looks good in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Anything interesting happened in regards to the Bloodline story? Did they talk about or introduce Tanga Loa?
No. Obviously, we don't know. We haven't watched it, right? But I do see that Tama Tonga has advanced.
On the King of the Ring as well. So yeah, I'm very curious to know because everyone and their mother is waiting for Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And do you hear some reports saying that WWE higher ups are worried that if Jacob Fatu were to debut and get involved in the storyline, he would overshadow Solo?
That's 100%. Look at him. I've seen some clips of him. He looks like everything from the look immediately makes him stand out. Versus Solo, they've tried to make him the guy. He's not the guy.
Yeah. Jacob is like a Umaga regen, bro. Like he is that monster, right? And like I think one thing that Jim Cornette said that I thought was very observant is like the problem with all these other Samoans, they look very clean cut.
Yeah.
They look clean and fresh.
Well, maybe that's what they need. They need somebody who looks different. Like, what is the problem though? Like, why is it a bad thing that he overshadows Solo? Because they want to push Solo?
Yeah, I think that's because they will kind of like throw away all the hard work that they've done in terms of investing Solo as this big deal. So maybe they want to give Solo a bit more rub to like make him more menacing, and then at the right moment, Jacob can come in and it can be like a thing. So I'm just curious whether Jacob could be a hitman sent by Roman Reigns.
Oh. Well, apparently I saw a clip just now on Instagram that, what's his face? Solo told the people that Roman Reigns has made him the tribal chief.
Oh,
but
really?
Did Roman really say it? So that's that whole like intrigue, right?
Yeah, I get you. That's very interesting. Hey, the Bloodline, 4 years in, bro. We're still talking about it. We are still talking. I'm just saying that other companies need to look at how they build up these stories because I'll always go back to how WWE has done this storyline right.
Well, to be fair, and yes, it really has. But we might be reaching a point where they've milked it too much. It's like NWO was great when it was a thing. And then you got NWO Wolfpack, NWO, Black and White.
NWO, Hollywood.
LWO. Okay, those are like parody groups. But you get my point. Once they start splintering off, then you start watering it down. So at this point, it feels like we are close, edging, not quite there, edging on that territory. You've introduced two very new characters. They look badass, but they're very new. And the one leading them is sort of the weakest link in the whole Bloodline saga. It's talking about Solo Sikoa, right? Yeah. So it feels like, is this like a watered down version? And they're not really like, to me, Paul Heyman is the only person carrying this whole thing at this point.
Yeah. The problem is, right, what if Paul Heyman goes away, right?
Yeah.
Can they do it without Paul? Second thing, Samoan got 101 family members. Are they going to drag it out for 99 more years?
Yeah, all the Samoans, every generation of bloodline folk come in. No lah, cannot, right? So at some point, there will be the big giant blow-off that tears the bloodline down.
Yeah,
and I hope they don't drag it out to a point like the NWO where it just got ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I agree with you because WrestleMania 40 was the culmination, was the end game event for Cody Rhodes finishing the story. So that's separate from the bloodline. But the bloodline implosion is also its own Armageddon event, right?
Yeah.
I hope they do a Mortal Kombat.
Okay, what does that even mean?
Bro, Mortal Kombat storylines is super convoluted as hell, right?
Yeah.
But they did one crazy, I think was it for Mortal Kombat 11 or 9 or something, where they literally turned back the timeline. They destroyed everything. Yes.
Oh, you mean Mortal Kombat 11, and then they sort of reset the entire timeline, and then now they're back to Mortal Kombat 1. So it's a new timeline.
Yeah, it's like comic books, right? How many times they retold the origin story of all these characters? They had to kind of redo everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you want to redo the bloodline from start. What I'm saying is like, have a seismic event that ends the bloodline. Like really, like the only time you will ever do a bloodline revisiting story is like with their kids 20 years later.
That's exactly it. I get what you're saying.
So they need to do a cinematic implosion of the bloodline,
which will be the Netflix thing lah. Rock's bloodline versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes back as a mega babyface or something like that lah. So we definitely do see that in the works. That is definitely something they're working towards. It's just can they establish this new savage bloodline? With Solo. Have they even freaking told people what MFT means?
No.
Oh, for
not
crying
yet.
out loud. Okay, I guess I mean we'll watch SmackDown later lah, and maybe we'll have a different idea of what's going on. But that aside, there you go. That's this past week in wrestling.
Yeah, for WWE fans, you have King and Queen of the Ring to look forward to at the end of the month. For AEW fans, they're looking forward to Double or Nothing.
Oh, and there's also Forbidden Door that's coming up in June.
Yes, correct. But for us local fans, this May is also going to be stacked. We have Grapple Max in a few weeks, so we might have a Grapple Max guest or wrestler coming on board soon. But for this week, bro, we went back to the source, man. We went back to the OG, the self-proclaimed God of Singapore Pro Wrestling.
Wait.
That's what he calls himself.
You don't want him to slap you, right? Self-proclaim. Are you casting doubt into his claim to be the God of Singapore professional wrestling?
We acknowledge him. But doesn't mean whatever I'm saying is not wrong.
Okay.
Because he did proclaim himself to be the God of pro wrestling. I'm just saying.
True. Okay, so yes, you are alluding to the man who's going to be headlining SPW Ignition, which is this upcoming Friday. Talking about the Statement Andruew Tang. Let's get him on the show. And joining us on the show today, it's the Statement Andruew Tang.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Baby!
I love it. Oh, wow, look at that.
I have no idea how that is, but I think the club just came because Statement brought the club with us.
Yes, we got AR effects on foreign and everything. What's going on? Statement, how are you? Okay, we are recording this on a Saturday morning and living up to the name and the lifestyle. Statement is partying it up even this early in the morning, bro. How you tahan, bro, like this? Look at that drink, that strong zero.
I don't know, it's just mind over body. I don't whine, I don't complain. I had a great night. I just spent $2,000 last night, but here I am. I'm still a happy man because in life you only live once. You got to be happy, baby.
That is so true. Very, very true.
Who was on the face the face of Lian He Jiabao, of course, with such a beautiful face like
Yes, shout out. We saw that article that just came out.
Yes.
That was a great coverage. I mean, of course I don't read Chinese or Mandarin, but
Bro.
yeah, it was really big deal, bro.
There's always something called Google Translate.
So I take my phone, I Google Translate, scan through all the Lian Jiabao article.
I don't know how I do it also but I ask my boys to do it. I don't do my I ask my boys to do my dirty work
Yeah. Okay, for those of us, myself included, who can't really read the Chinese, what was the article about? If you could just briefly tell us.
It's about like the pro wrestling scene in Singapore. Whether like people think that pro wrestling is fake. For those people who think pro wrestling is fake, I say fuck you. Understand? Like I mean, like seriously, like yeah.
It's 2024. People still ask that question.
Yeah, I'm sure like there's a lot of like Singaporeans out there who are very like skeptical about pro wrestling and stuff. But I'm just like seriously, I fucking put my body on the line. Everybody puts their body on the line.
Yep.
It's not like we're fucking making $1 million, and I feel like like people should respect us for what the fuck we do instead of like they doing the fucking 8 to 5 corporate job and like complaining about life and stuff. But we are doing what we want. I party every night and I still can fucking function.
The statement is cooking on this Saturday morning. Let's go.
I love it. No, I'm surprised, right? Like every few years, there's always some sort of media feature that have to ask, how you all survive, or like, is this wrestling team, blah, blah, blah. It's like they keep forgetting every time, we have to kind of refresh the memory for mainstream audiences. Yeah, man.
Like seriously, it's okay. I'm just happy that I'm happy for Max, happy for SPW, happy for all the like aspiring wrestlers out there that the pro wrestling that we are trying to get more main attraction in Singapore wrestling. I feel like this could be a fucking legitimate sport in Singapore because why not, man? Like we work so fucking hard for it, man. Like you see Greg with so much passion and dedication to supporting what he does, Gripper Max, SPW. I'm like, fuck I'm always fucking stressed and shit, but when it's time for me to perform, I fucking perform. I rise up. Rise up to the occasion. Yes.
He absolutely does. Do you see this current boom in wrestling because of what the WWE is doing, the mainstream eyeballs? Has that translated to local wrestling as well, do you think?
Yes, of course. I mean, like, seriously, like, Dennis is basically the guy, the senior correspondent. He actually reached out to me, like, one day before my show. I'm like, sorry, one day before my show, but I'm like, I'm actually quite tired and stuff. So he actually came down to the what do you call this, like a training center, and interviewed me, and the following day I had the show I mean, for me, it's like my first time doing on mats, and like the mats are not like Google Max, which are thick. It's so fucking thin. I'm like, no, I'm never gonna bump on there but how I came up with the idea was because dating a girl from the club, so
okay.
So impress the girl, obviously.
I see. Just to set the context, so you're talking about like Dennis. He's the contact to get you to do the SPW
No. He's the contact. He's the senior correspondent for Lian He Jiabao.
Got you. So he got in touch with you. Okay, got you.
So I know the boss of Ion. He's actually the boss of Up 11 as well. So he came for my shows and he thinks like, wow, it's something remarkable. I'm like, okay, let's just do the show for fun. For me, I don't like boring or normal. I like the glitz, the glamour, the lights, the smoke machine and stuff like that.
Nice.
Whoa, anytime I can do to just promote the sport of pro wrestling, even when I'm drunk, the sport of pro wrestling, because I'm a pro wrestler and this is what I do in my fucking heart.
Yeah.
I just realized you're wearing a Razor Ramon Scott Hall shirt. Is it?
That guy. I gotta like, in case for all the female listeners who are watching me at home, I gotta wear a shirt and not be topless.
There you go.
Ratings just went up. Hey, bro, our ratings just went up because of that, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
What to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting because you mentioned, right, like there is coverage, right, from wrestling from like mainstream, and it's not always common. And I do believe even on our side on the podcast, since WWE and WrestleMania went down, a lot of people who have never watched wrestling or lapsed fans.
The fact is, right? The fact is, I have a lot of like funny people, like these weird people. They watch WrestleMania in the middle of 2 a.m. They suddenly message me. They don't know the value of time and like my fucking like personal space, like, hey, I want to be a pro wrestler. I say, oh, sure, no problem. You come down for the trial class. Lah. Oh, sorry, I can't make it this time. I'm like, oh, you come down. Then at 8 o'clock, oh, sorry, I can't make it. I'm like, please, if you have the heart, you come down, you shut the fuck up, and just come. You give the try first. You don't go and say, like, I want to be a pro wrestler, I want to be a pro wrestler. Then you don't fucking show up. Lah. I'm like, I'm not going to chase you. Do you want to come again? Like, if you have the heart, you have the heart. If not,
does that happen a lot? Like people just get hyped up
really? It's like for me, I really can't be bothered. Because my training style is very tough. I'm not going to be like sugarcoating you and everything. But like, if you want to come, you come. I don't need to say much about myself. You come for my training, you think it's a good workout, you think that you can be good, join. If it's not for you, thank you, bye bye. I have this very, very weird otaku lah. I think Triple Max also encountered that. So apparently he came. We did the first time in my life. I did like this promotion, like the 11 classes for 55 or I don't know, it's more money for me. So apparently like the guy didn't come, and then he was telling me like, I finished work at 8 o'clock. Can you book a Grab for me? He expected me to book a Grab for him from his workplace to my training center.
What?
And then I was at my friend's dad's funeral. So can you imagine how the fuck I feel already?
So what?
And then I asked him, right, what do I owe you? Then he said, you owe me 3 more sessions. I said, you can take the money and shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my face.
What the
Wait, so I don't understand. Why couldn't he book his own Grab? Like, what's wrong?
He has no money lah.
He got no money, but he got money to train. Okay, I don't understand that. So, is he a fully grown man? He's a boy.
I don't know lah. I probably think he's an idiot lah. So shut the fuck up lah.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
but, You don't talk to me like this. You don't feel fucking entitled.
Yeah. So
no, I find it very interesting because you're talking from also the perspective of like a wrestling coach. Somebody who is open to people coming to learn, right?
Precisely. The fact is like. If you have this kind of mindset, even before you train, you don't look like Brock Lesnar, you don't think like you have a fucking full-time contract, you can't even talk for shit, you can't draw a dime, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that we also wrestle when we do this podcast, right? It's like we always ask people what would make you go from watching the show, being a fan, to stepping in the ring, because not a lot of people have the balls to do it, or have the guts to do it, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, the first step is there. But you don't like fucking like, please lah. It's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm sleeping.
Right.
Right. I'm enjoying my night. Yeah. I'm enjoying my hand, or I'm enjoying partying, and then you don't. I'm not drinking. I'm very angsty. I'm having fun, and you're spoiling my night.
Yeah.
I don't spoil your night too, right? I don't be like, hey, you want to buy tickets at 3 a.m.? No.
What the fuck? Talking to the Singapore's top wrestler, man. That's a disrespect.
I feel...
I want to retire and jaded.
Is it? I feel like you've been burned one too many times, but it's cool, man. You can let it all out.
Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good.
Or maybe take it out on your opponent, and win that title back.
Please, it's a joke, I mean, what do you even think that he has a chance against me? I mean, like, I'm fired up.
Awesome.
But
okay.
We'll talk about him later on. I mean, don't waste my time. Let's talk about Clash at the Club. That's more fun.
Some more fun stuff for sure. Okay, so let's talk about SPW Clash at the Club. This happened just this past month, and when we saw the news, when we saw that you guys were gonna do a show, essentially at a Samtiu, is that how you pronounce it?
Samtiu. Oh my god.
Taking me back to my army days. Okay, sorry. My girlfriend not here.
TMI, bro.
My kind of songs.
Oh dear God. Yeah. Okay. Tell us how did the entire concept, the idea came to fruition?
Like I say, I just want to try to get bigger outreach, and obviously I like to impress the ladies, and I want to impress my girlfriend. So I just started to talk to the boss, and just I say, hey, why don't we do a wrestling show in the club? We do it before the Siam Dew opens.
I
So
see.
the thinking is that maybe the fans, some of the wrestling fans are otakus. They see the girls like girls. I never see girls in my fucking life before. So like after 10 o'clock, right? Like when the girls come in, then they still want to hang out, they still want to drink the wrestlers, right? And that's you see the girls and they stay on. So it's like there's really like customers, clients for the club and just extend, yeah. And it's a Bukit Timah. It's the expats.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's a win-win for the club because they get all these extra patrons who will stay after the show to drink, and then for you guys, it's also a very fun way to kind of experiment with a new concept.
And the thing is, why I want to do in Siam is because it's fucking M18. My kind of shit. I don't want to see the kids turn up. Statement, shut the fuck up, get the fuck away. Like, I want to see my ladies, I want to drink my Martel, I want to drink my whiskey, and I still get function. So, yeah.
I see. Awesome.
Right.
Okay, so the logistics of it, like so the wrestling matches is kind of like being done in the middle of like the dance floor.
No, yeah, middle of the dance floor. Why? Because the stage is too low, suplexes and stuff. No, but I mean, I did a fucking dive off the stage. I really don't give a fuck.
I saw a video of that. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I can actually send you guys the full matches and stuff.
Yes, nice. Please do. Yes, we would love to check it out. Oh my goodness.
And I saw a bit of hardcore action, like you say, it's a bit of M18. So there was
what kind of hardcore action is M2?
Wrestling hardcore action, bro. Wrestling hardcore action.
I saw a few foreign objects, no pun intended, being used in some of your matches, and especially your tag team match that you had. Tell us about that tag team match because you linked up, of course, with Alexis Lee in.
Of course, like me and her, we are like. The OGs of Singapore wrestling against one big Jack who's like some fat fuck and like cheeseburger kid who's like identity crisis, the rip-off version of like Ramly Burger or some shit. And then like they come in, they want to be the top people, and then like of course you have to beat the OGs lah. So it's like putting them in the place lah. And of course we did a good match. Cheeseburger as hard, high flying stuff, But then again. No flips, just fists. And just with the Martel, uppercut, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Because the Martel burns the eyes.
Yeah, awesome. So I love the FTR reference as well. So to me, right, I think this is like for you like a side quest. You can play around, fuck around with this Jack and Cheese, get them out of the way.
It's just an experiment. Just 2 weeks of marketing, no promo, one promo video. How many people did I do? 120 people.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So based off this, do you think we'll see another clash at the club?
Of course. I mean, I need to fund my lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
I got a question. So, like, how do you assure the bar owner that while we're doing these matches, we will not destroy your venue? How do you do that?
Trust. I just put my Rolex as a deposit lah. So yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, right, there you go.
Rolex wearing.
Nice. From Bangkok.
Okay. But it's still a deposit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that was I think the one thing I was wondering, like how do you assure even there's
there's so many rehearsals, we do like proper talking and everything, so we make sure everything is safe lah.
It's called being professional, bro.
Of course,
what they're doing.
Of course, like I also said like any fucker tries to touch me, I told the bouncers I get the nastiest bouncer over there. Like just bring the guy out and really fuck him up, man. Seriously.
Awesome.
It's the Siam man. No rules. No rules.
Nice.
Don't fuck with me. Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me.
I like the idea that in between all like your major shows, because you have shows like maybe once every 2 months or 3 months. This can be like
a man's gotta eat. A man.
Yes.
If I spend $1,000 a night, I definitely need to make some money, right? I cannot do OnlyFans, right?
Correct. Hey, you can if you want, but I mean, you
will not sorry, my value very high, lah. My value very high.
Yeah.
For sure. Wait, and that's also an opportunity for SPW fans to see more of you guys, more of the wrestlers.
See more of the statement.
Are you? You're not talking about OnlyFans anymore, are you?
No, talking about wrestling matches.
Wrestling, more wrestling events.
I can't complain lah. At the end of end of Clash of the Club, I did like the fucking curtain call standing, and then we put flower. I got $1,000 lah. So what
What?
to do?
Oh my god.
I
Let's
see.
go.
Usually it's the guys paying the money to give flowers to the girl, but the people are paying money to put flowers on you, right?
The girls pay money.
Yes, it's the other way around.
Not the fans, because the fans can't even buy a $40 t-shirt. So, ouch.
Hey, hard truths to keep Singapore going, as they say.
Absolutely.
I'm spreading the gospel. Okay.
That's amazing. And we just want to raise the ego a bit. Statement have been in our top 5 rankings for our Singapore Wrestler Top 20 the last 2 months straight based on your performances.
What did I do? I basically just get drunk every day. I didn't even post much. But I just wrestle. The Stronghold story. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain because I fucking went to natural land, Asia land, my girlfriend, and like this old China auntie, like she fucked my back up, like not literally fucked my back, but I was like so pain. And then like I couldn't. I started gymming and Chris Vines and stuff. I was terrible pain, right? So I had, in the course of 24 hours, I had maybe 8 to 9 tramadol, and I was drinking. So like, ouch, man! Like I was really tired in the match, but I still pushed on. Yeah. So it was not a good feeling because usually tramadol makes you very sleepy and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted to sleep because it's really painful. It's not for I really just need to make sure like the pain goes away. But I still did the match lah. So in the match you can actually see like Chris Vice is one of the toughest motherfuckers.
Yes.
Motherfucker. He did that press slam thing. Boom.
Yes.
I didn't land on my back. I landed on my thigh. I couldn't walk for 2 days.
I was live and I saw that, and I remember there was one time you guys hit butted each other or something, and he drew blood. Was that okay for you? Because I know you talked to me after the show and you said nothing.
I have a strong head below and on top as well So apparently I have a strong head thank God
Okay. But thank God it didn't affect you in any way, because I was just worried that you kena concussion or something,
Hey. I dislocated my shoulder, I tore my chest, I pulled my groin, I almost get a concussion. I have tingling sensation up my hands. Here I am still. I can't even walk straight. Look at how my the mobility of my neck. Why? Because I still fucking love what I do.
Yes.
So don't fucking tell me that pro wrestling is fake because I will fuck you up. I will literally fuck the motherfucker up. If pro wrestling is fake.
There you go. That's for all the wrestling haters. You know who you are.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's talk about SPW Ignition, which is happening as you watch this on a Tuesday, as we release this video on a Tuesday, right? As you watch this, this upcoming Friday evening is Ignition. Yes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man.
Me? Yes. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, first of all, we want to shout out for tickets. Do we are tickets still available for the event?
Of course, it's still available. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know what to do. Reach out to.
I'm feeling generous. So I'm gonna give away 3 pairs of $40 ticket. General one, cheap one.
Oh, wait. Okay. What
3 pairs means 6, right? Is that
What do people have to do? Do they have to slide into your DMs or something?
You guys just decide for me. I don't care.
Okay. So
I see.
So you're saying that those listeners who are listening right now, you have a chance to win this 3 pair of tickets. Let us boys from the Kick to the Gut
hook you up,
help settle you up. Yes. Hook you up. So we will come out with some mechanic for it. Thanks.
Very good. Awesome. Statement the man. All right. So yes, let's talk about Ignition. Of course, headlined by yourself and Aiden Rex. We'll get to that in just a bit. But let's.
Just need the opening match I just need my fucking belt
Wait, it's not going to be the opening match, is it? No, right?
No, of course.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna do a Paul Heyman. You start off the Hall of Fame, then after that, fuck off.
I still have. I'm not old. I'm not gonna retire yet.
Yeah, for sure.
But why the fuck you asked me to be a Hall of Fame?
Man. Okay. Main event. It's only main event for the statement. That's what.
Yeah.
Finally. After so fucking long.
Let's talk about the fact that it is at the Foot Sing Association building. Is this a newer place, a different place?
It's just a 5 minutes walk down from Fuchao.
Fuchao. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not 2 levels, but it's nice still.
I see. Okay, so it's a bit of like a more intimate setting.
Of course, it's a grand, of course, and it's a statement is around. Needs to be grand, looks to look good.
Of course.
Have you done events at this place before? Is this a new place for SPW?
It's a new place for SPW.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, very curious.
Why? Because in the Fuchao Association building, they have boxing.
Also, just happen to have clashing events on there.
Yeah.
Clash, but obviously, Clash at the club and Ignition is definitely the one that makes more dollar.
Dollar. I love it.
Okay. We don't know exactly the match order, but I'll just go based off of.
Match order is the first was the ladies match.
The ladies match. So Alexis Lee versus Maya Yukihi.
Do you know why? Because Alexis Lee needs to hit to Japan next day for a big championship match against Camille at the TJPW. Because the match is 12 p.m. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, are you saying Camille like Camille from NWA Camille?
Camille.
Oh, Camille. Okay, the Japanese right? Okay, got you. I'm hearing a lot of words. Okay.
Talk to us about this match, Alexis versus Maya. What can we expect?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I think Maya's gonna give Alexis a tough match. Maya's from Stardom. She used to be from Stardom. She's freelance, and I think she's one tough opponent. And Alexis Lee is good. It's time for her to step up the game. It's gonna be, if she thinks she's gonna be the Queen of Asia champion, she needs to, let this be the warm-up match for the next day's big main event.
Right. Tell us, for those of us who don't know much about Maya, what can we expect from her? Her nickname is Crystal Snow.
The nickname says it's Crystal Snow. Just that all the fans have to do is go on YouTube, check her matches, and obviously watch her live in action. Right?
Yeah, I love it. What is Alexis Lee's mindset going into this match? Because I know she's been trying to get back that title opportunity.
I think she wants to show everyone that she's not a pretty face. She's not really a pretty face. That's why she needs to paint half of her face. But the fact is, no, it's a different Alexis Lee that I know. It's not Alexis Lee that comes out with the I don't care, I love it. Yeah, she doesn't take nonsense. So I wish both ladies all the best. Thank you.
Awesome. We love seeing Alexis wrestle. She's a great rep for Singapore women's wrestling, and I'm excited to see this match as well.
For sure. Yeah. What's next on the card then?
I think it's the tag team match. Can you run through the matches?
Sima and Kaz versus Horus.
No, that is later on.
Later on.
There's another one.
Is it Black Arrow and a mystery tag team partner versus Blade and CK Vin?
That is after intermission. Yeah.
Okay, so I know which one. Are you talking about your nemesis Jack and Cheese versus the Midnight Bastards?
Oh, no, that is the third match. The second match is the Ricky Malak Open Challenge.
Okay, so we're going to get Ricky
Malak and Cantona versus I don't know whoever the hell wants to step up against them. But you're gonna ask me about Ricky Malak, I think he's rich kid but not as rich the statement you know what I mean? Obviously I wear a fucking Gucci track pants cost $2,400 like someone's monthly salary, but I really know maybe Ricky Malak has a lot of wealth either under his bed. I really don't know but the fact is he has a bodyguard to look after him. I need a bodyguard when I party I was telling you guys yesterday, but then again, never mind. You know what, Ricky Malak, I respect him. Money makes the world go around. So whoever wants to make an impression against Ricky Malak, step up to the roster.
I want to know where this Cantona fella came from. The guy looks downright scary. You're talking about him as a bodyguard. Where the hell did he find this guy?
I don't know. He came out. I don't know lah. Maybe from some Tiamtu or something lah. But no, I don't know lah.
Doing bodyguard work. He from some team in the bodyguard.
Maybe Cantona spend too much money on flowers and massage parlors. Then no money. So you see Ricky Malek, hey, no money. I lend you $200 lah. Cantona, you have no money. Here's $200, $300 to settle my deal.
I love the Bridgerton accent. I love it. We were just saying Ricky, right, reminds us of another older character from SPW. If anyone recalls, the colonizer. Like, I like the same vibes, but I guess he's like a Singaporean colonizer in a way.
No, yes, but you know me, yeah, is a very very smart guy from I don't know what school it is, you know, yeah, but
ACS.
ACS lah. Sorry, we're not gangster, we're ACS kids. Shut the fuck up lah, fucking losers, like
I love it.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's an open challenge. We will have to wait and see who picks up the challenge, takes on Ricky Malek and Cantona lah. Okay,
right.
What do we have next?
Singapore Street Fight.
Oh, okay.
There
So
you go.
the aforementioned Jack and Cheese, your good friends, versus the Midnight Bastards, our good friends.
Love the Midnight Bastards, man. Damn, man. Like, finally, right?
Yes.
The epitome of Singapore gangsterism. The bad boy, the tattoo, no PG. So, I mean, like, fans can definitely root behind them. I mean, like, seriously, man, it's going to be one hell of a fucking match. I swear to God.
Yeah. This RJ and Mason, I've seen videos of you, talking and training Mason, especially. He feels almost like, wow, somebody that you would love to mentor directly as a person.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just like to mentor myself. But for me, it's like if you have the heart to train, you have the heart to get, tekan by me, then okay lah. If you cannot take my pressure, you can't handle criticism, get the fuck out of my face. But I mean, Mason is one hell of a kid. Yeah, see a lot of potential.
We as well as us here, we see a lot of potential. We think that he definitely has a high ceiling, especially in terms of the younger wrestlers in SPW. Yeah. Let's go.
What do you think about, like, obviously you mentioned their opponents a little bit already, Jack and Cheese, but them in this match versus the Midnight Bastards, how do you think they pair up? Because I mean, technically Jack and Cheese, they are a little bit more established. They've been around for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, it's not about being established. Right? There's a lot of people like they come in, they say like they pay the dues, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, with younger talent, proves that you can draw more, has more charisma, looks better. And so the older guys think that they are better than my younger guys. Prove it.
Yes, I love it. It's like a football team, see whether the youngsters can hang it with the veterans and whether the veterans are too complacent.
Nice.
Get upstaged by the youngest people, huh? Right. Love it.
Okay, so next up, is it the other tag team match, the special international tag team match?
No.
It's
Yes.
It is. Okay, so that's a Sima
and Ayashi against the Horror.
Oh, I can. Yeah, like this match immediately had me salivating because have they worked together before? I feel like they have here and there. No, they haven't. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, okay. Even Sima hasn't worked with any of like the horrors?
No, he works with me, he works with Tractors lah.
I see.
Yeah, but for me, I just feel that Horrors has been around for a long time in the roster, and I think they're arguably the best tag team in Singapore. So I mean, if I want a strong opponent for them lah. So we'll see how they fare, whether they will win the G Infinity Championship. So imagine that if Horrors win the G Infinity Championship, they'll be wrestling in Tokyo for great.
Wow. And so G Infinity is a championship from Japan lah.
Yeah, it's the tag team championship for Grid.
Okay, I see.
The G-Rex Championship is the main championship. The G Infinity Championship is the tag team championship. The G Sport Champion is me lah.
I almost fell for it. I almost thought there was a G Sport Championship. I'm like, okay, no, that's not a thing.
No.
Yeah. I'm excited because we haven't seen Sima in a while. So like from the last time we saw him, what has been happening for him as well in Japan?
I think recently he went to the African wrestling thing. There's this like mud wrestling kind of thing. Like,
Oh yes.
because
Okay.
it's so interesting, to scout for talent. So Sima has always been scouting for talent around the world. So,
we saw Mace and Mansoor from WWE did that match,
Yep.
that mud wrestling thing as well.
yeah, it's interesting lah. But
Very.
I mean, these people are really passionate, and I think they're really good, man. They are fucking crazy. The nut jobs. I mean, if you can even bump on the floor on the mud,
Yeah.
I mean, my God, the ring's nothing for them, man.
Do you think that is something the Statement will ever try? No. Straight away, no.
I'm old, okay? My wrestler with Tajiri's training 50 arm drags every single training session. No fucking joke, man. I feel like a noob, lah. Really, like it's so fucking painful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I agree. No, I love that there's wrestling passion everywhere around the world. Doesn't matter the culture, but you see there's passion. Like we just talked about Backlash France a week back, how the French crowd was crazy, and now there's literally all kinds of pockets of fans all over the world. Is that something that you would be interested in, Statement, to wrestle in a country that you've never thought that there would be a wrestling there?
You know where I want to wrestle? I wrestle in Antarctica.
Oh, dare you!
In the open air.
Cold,
in the cold.
I like it cold,
Against the crystal snow, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway. Talk to us.
The thing is, I will punch a man, but I will slap a woman. So yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Let's talk about this Korean high flyer fellow who's making his debut in SPW. Yes, JD Lee.
JD Lee wrestles for great. JD Lee is a phenomenal athlete. So yeah, I saw him. I watch his work. Like for those of you who aren't familiar with his stuff, just watch him, man. He's amazing, man.
Right.
And he just wants to experience SPW. So
yeah.
So
JD,
why not?
Yeah, man. JD Lee has a match, but we don't know who his opponent is. So far.
Surprise! Take the surprise!
Oh.
Okay.
Why do I need to review out everything?
That's true. That's why you have to get the tickets, right? And
that's
come
right.
and watch the show.
Yeah, if not, how you gonna fund my lifestyle? Again, I'm gonna relax.
Oh, nice. I can't wait to check his action now. Okay, then we have Black Arrow and another mystery partner versus Blade and CK Vin.
It could be JD Lee, two high flyers.
Oh,
I see.
It could be, yeah.
The Yin Yang twins.
I like it. Talk to us about the quote unquote the ascension of CK Vin thus far. I mean, we had him on the show recently, and
I mean, he's sharp with his words, but I think he's just boring.
Oh yes, he's been getting that chance.
I mean, it's always like same monotonous tone.
I see.
But like, I don't know, like, I mean, he's a good heel, but good is only so much you can do. I mean, but Blade, on the other hand, is a good trash talker, man. He has heart, and talk shit.
I see.
And he can take a beating, and he can give the beating.
In a way, it's a good pairing because both of them kind of like highlights, their strengths and also cover up each other's flaws in a way, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I see. So, I'm very curious when you said like with CKV, do you feel like he has another level that he can reach if he can just brush up that monotonous voice of him? I think the answer is clear. The answer is clear.
Oh no.
You know how not to be boring?
How?
The magic liquor. Or just your personality.
Yeah, just hang around with Statement a little bit more. Then, it brings out the best in you, right?
Of course. I want the best for my boys, lah. Of course.
I see.
You see, like, my analysis, there's two kinds of pro wrestlers. There's the pro wrestler, like, those very clean cut, just want to gym, straight edge, blah, 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 just want to focus on the game.
Yeah.
Then the kind of like Ric Flair.
Yeah. The characters.
It's a two different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you just got to work within what is your strengths.
Right.
Yes.
It's funny, Foreign, that you said the characters because I know Ric Flair is a huge character, just like the Statement, but don't forget that he can out cardio a lot of people. So dude is in ridiculous shape, just like the Statement.
Everyone's asking me, Andrew, Andrew, we are very worried for you. Why? You drink every day, you drink whiskey, you drink from the bottle, I vape overseas, and what you call this? And I gym, and I do a lot of midnight cardio, like maybe 5 rounds a night, 10 rounds a night. I still can fucking wrestle. And I always tell my friends, oh, why I stay so lean is because midnight cardio.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Ratings just went up again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like you see, like I see a lot of like people who come in, they the younger kids, they expect everything, they give a lot of excuses. Hey, I only have like 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep a night, but I still go to the gym, right? Right? I mean, if you really wanna wrestle,
yeah,
you come for training, don't talk so much.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah.
Show up.
Everyone wants to be like, how do I say? They want to put in less work, but they want to get maximum returns. But they don't understand, I'm fucking running a business here. Right?
Yes.
How can you contribute to my business? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can contribute to my business, you can bring in customers for me. You can't even do a shout out. You can't even promote to your friends and family. If your friends and family don't even want to see you, then how?
Right.
Gotcha.
True. They really need to up their game and start hitting the gym.
Yeah, for sure. I mean that's also one of the things we were talking about when we talk about criteria for Singapore's top wrestlers, right? It's not just your ability in the ring. It's your charisma. It's the way you connect with your audience. How do you build a brand online so that people will be interested in your content as well? So those are all things that comes to being a wrestler, right?
Yeah, man, that's it, man. Yeah. I mean, like for me, I don't like to do TikTok because I'm fucking lazy. I don't want to sell myself out. But when I go to like clubs or when I go to CLTs, or even I remember one time when I was with my friends, while I was walking down after Hai Di Lao because Arc 11, right? And then there was like young kids. I was very drunk there. I was like with 2 Korean girls. I'm walking, and then I start saying like, oh, kids nowadays to start hitting the gym. They're all too tiny and too skinny. And then suddenly one guy came out, bro, are you the Statement? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay lah. You know who am I already lah. So I say, come and support my next event. I'll give discount. Bro, can you give me discount for the $40 ticket? I'm like, no lah, bro, cannot lah. $40 cannot discount lah. $80 can give you discount lah. So yeah, but the fact is that I am, for me, and my brand, that the young kids know about pro wrestling.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a way you're still promoting the business, the sport to like new generations of fans. So that's great.
Absolutely. Okay. Are we at the main event? Did we miss anything?
Yeah, not main event. No.
All right. The main event of the night, Aiden Rex and the Statement. Andrew, what do you have to say?
So tired. I'm tired of everything. I mean, like seriously lah. After I came back from Japan, I was lost, losing streak, blah 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 blah. I mean, I had a big win, Ikemen, blah blah blah. But you know who are the two individuals that fucking lit the fire in me? Marlo and Chris Weiss. Two nasty fuckers that don't take shit for nothing. They tell me that I should be that crazy bastard, like what Chris Weiss is. I should be that crazy bastard who is hungry for wrestling, who is hungry for fire, because I can party hard, I can wrestle hard, So I mean, like Aiden Rex is a phenomenal athlete, athletics, legitimate champion. He do all his flips and shit, but this is my style. I don't do flips and shit. I'm strong in my character. I just like to beat up people. I just like to fight. I like to party. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I still can fucking perform inside the fucking ring. And nobody dares tell me that I don't pull off at least 4-star matches.
What I'm hearing is a more vicious statement as we go into this championship match.
Yeah. So like honestly, like who don't give a fuck people like me, man. At the end of the day, still gonna win, man.
Yeah, man.
The story is 2 years in the making. Atonement.
Yes.
Aiden made me that. The 4-way match, Tajri, Masa, Aiden and me, he made me that. So for the third time, finally, he's not gonna make me tap. If he thinks that he's gonna break my arm, he's wrong. Because I will fucking break his face. And when I take the championship away from him, I'm going to break his pride. I'm going to break his ego. And it's time for me to show Singapore why I'm the best and I am the god of Singapore wrestling. You see, in the 2023, either like me, PWI top 500 wrestlers.
Yes.
That's right.
For me, I'm going to prove why we are two of the best in Singapore.
Ooh, I got goosebumps from that, bro. I don't know
I
about
love
you.
it. I love it, man.
Yes.
The proof is in the pudding statement, because you said you've never done anything below 4-star matches. Everything that we've graded so far for SW20 has been 4 stars and above, and you have been in our top 5 the last 2 months. So the proof is in the pudding, and we can't wait to see this match.
Trust me. Friday, bring your girlfriend down.
Okay.
My match with Aiden is gonna be a fucking fight for my
Yes.
fucking life.
I love it.
Because I have spent too much. I have sacrificed too much for the wrestling business to get disrespected and be treated like a joke. I am the god of Singapore wrestling. And I need this championship to know where the fuck I am.
I feel like this is the most fired up I've ever seen the statement.
Yeah, man. He's coming back for that goal, man.
Oh my god. He looks like he's about to kick heads off. Oh my god.
If that doesn't sell you on the show, makes you want to get a ticket, I do not know why. You all can just go die also.
What the hell, bro? What?
The passion that comes through the screen, I'm feeling it, man.
It's okay. They don't die first. They give you the money first.
Yeah. Give money first. Give all the insurance money first.
See, no matter what, our statement is a businessman at heart. I'm always thinking about business first.
You want to fuck off, can, but leave your money first.
Money. Hey, I need to buy house. I don't have no BTO. I'm dating a foreigner now. I cannot buy house, right? I still stay in my mom's basement now, so what to do?
They are normal for Singaporeans.
My dream is to buy a sports car next year. So
is it? Do you have like a certain sports car in mind, or you don't want to reveal?
A Porsche.
A Porsche, nice.
Okay.
But the thing is, I shouldn't drive a sports car because I'm a speed. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. If you're coming back drunk, then maybe you get a driver lah. Maybe
get Uber. I mean, a Grab.
Maybe Cantona can do that.
I want a two-seater. So yeah.
So get a girl drive. Oh no, so never mind.
So the girl can sit on the lap. Then put the seat belt. Then someone drive us the belly, drive us back.
There you go.
Okay, must have enough.
You want to hear a very story about car?
Oh yes, please tell us.
So I was asking Tajiri, my teacher was very drunk, so he was saying like, last time me and John Cena, we are car two buddies. So we drive the car, and then the ring rat opened the window. Hi John, can I come in? John said, yes, please. Tajiri's son, can you drive? Tajiri's son drive. John Cena and the girl fucking at the backstage of the car. Tajiri look, John Cena has 3 legs.
Oh God.
Basically, John Cena is the bigger digger.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to paint it so obviously, bro.
Okay, this is fucking
3 legs.
Okay, I just remember because I'm a Tori Wilson fan lah. So and I know our Tajiri have a lot of backstage
story lah. I know stories, but I can't say sorry.
Hey, excuse me. Tori Wilson's a sweetheart. Okay, nothing crazy happened.
No, I never said anything. But I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Tajiri was asking. I asked Tajiri. Do you have you faced from WWE Championship before? Yeah. Against Stone Cold. Really? SmackDown. Yes. Stone Cold. Come locker room. Big drunk. I asked Stone Cold what to do. I beat the fuck out of you and Stone Cold started. So really? I watched the match. That's what happened.
He called it right there in the locker room and out there in the ring.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So Stone Cold wrestled drunk like that.
That's cold, man. That's cold.
I love it. Okay, cool.
No, like for me, I feel everybody has their own shit, but for me, it's like if my boys wrestle drunk before the match, no fucking way. I'll fuck you up.
Mm.
Yeah. You
Fair
know?
point. Fair point.
Like I remember once referees holding back in the old days, he was like drinking whiskey, and then I didn't know I was drinking whiskey before his match, you know. Then I remember like I was like in the corner, I open my legs, the fucker threw over my legs, I laugh at him, like how the
What
fuck
the
you don't think that
fuck?
like please be fucking professional, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
really, I'm very particular. Like it's like if I party, but when I work, you know. So
Yeah. You don't show up at work drunk. I mean,
Yeah. You don't party at work. You party wherever you party, but you party hard.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes, yeah. I love it. Another cool thing, because just one more thing about Jerry, because we keep forgetting how many memorable, forgettable Attitude Era moments he's had.
Yeah.
Has he ever shared with you something that they were actually had plans for him in the Attitude Era but never went through? Like, was he supposed to win like the IC title, or like like some great?
no, he didn't share.
I see. He didn't share. But I'm sure he has a lot of stories about the Attitude Era that he would have shared with you, whether
for sure.
in silence or not, in private or not.
Yeah. In confidence. Statement. So, okay, we just ran down the card for SPW Ignition. What's on the horizon as we look further on in the year for SPW?
I'm looking forward for 2 more shows.
Okay.
One more corporate show. Maybe a couple of Siam shows where I get $1,000 for one match, or like I hope some girls will support like Aiden Rex, good looking kid. Maybe Darling Dama, I don't know. But I mean, money it's okay. I just want everyone to make money. I want everybody to grow. So yeah, I just want to see whether I can make a pro wrestling in Singapore a full-time thing for my boys.
Nice.
I see.
Any other projects that you're looking forward to in terms of for yourself?
I don't know, man. Like, if I can do some YouTube stuff, I'll do some YouTube stuff. But like a few years ago when I had my case and shit, and then you know what? I was supposed to be the face of MediaCorp programming called My Body Bone Masher.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I remember.
You know, and this you're gonna share it up because I'm still fucking pissed with the fact that they are doing this to me. Right? I was supposed to be the face of the program, like main event, like my face and everything, just because they didn't get the facts right and everything, right? They animated my face. They didn't want to credit me for everything.
Wow.
And they didn't want to pay me initially. They wanted to cut half my salary. And it was like $20,000 thing.
Damn.
Wow.
Can you feel how much anger I have?
Yeah, that's great. And they put out the show in the end, right? And they didn't
with an animated face, lah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Damn. This is why nobody watches MediaCorp.
That's why I don't promote the fucking show only now. Because I believe that people should watch this show. And you know what the Channel 5 censors did? They cut out the wrestling part. They say it's violence. Like the kids do the wrestling, right? They say it's violence. And the kids, right, are very, very talented individuals. So I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, their scenes, right? It's all their scenes and all the work they did in the ring. Yeah, that's crazy.
So how do I feel? So technically, I can say I can be a TV star, I can be a movie star, but I mean, I'm just proud lah, because MediaCorp, when they first saw me, they say like, does he even need a casting? Like, obviously lah, do I do any casting? No.
Yeah, like he's literally the guy.
I am Bone Masher.
I love it. Well, there's more TV productions out there. It's not just MediaCorp. I'm pretty sure, whether it's Netflix Singapore, like HBO.
I don't know. Not many people want to hire a bad boy like me. Be my bad boy. But the thing is, if nobody wants to do it, I do it on my own. YouTube.
That's the beauty of YouTube, of TikTok, all these social media platforms, right? If you have good content, people will watch it.
OnlyFans?
Oh, wow. It's been brought up like 3 times today.
What are you hinting?
Yeah.
Are you testing the waters?
The signs are there, bro. Okay, if we get enough comments in the comment section saying, yes, we want Statements OnlyFans, then maybe got chance, is it?
Yes. Oh, there you go. That's a tease.
Doesn't matter lah. Money is money lah. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Money can come from anywhere. You will never know where it comes from. So always be ready to take it.
Absolutely.
So, sometimes, if the money drop on the mud, you pick up the money and you take a bowl of water and then you wash the money. That's clean money already, lah.
There you go.
Jokes. But Singapore is very sensitive, lah.
This is the world of pro wrestling. It's kayfabe. It's a work, bro. It's a work.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, wrestling is real. People are fake. That's what I always say.
Oh, shit.
But you know what is real?
I love it.
You know what is real? You can't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
As long, okay. Let me. Can I share a story?
Yeah, of course.
So,
he is going to take something from his.
So I was going back from Malaysia. So I was going from Malaysia. Then I was in the car, I was with my girlfriend. And then suddenly they want to check for babes. Then I'm like, oh sorry, I don't know, I don't know I have babe in my bag. Then they say you gotta declare right now. I said, oh, declare no right now. Then there is uncle, look. Then he see my cash bag. Then because I haven't bank in, so I'm in cash, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I slightly exceeded the amount. So what he did was he opened my wallet, then he counted cash. Then he was saying how come you have
oh my.
American dollars.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Japanese yen. Then Singapore dollars.
You literally a currency exchange.
then Malaysian ringgit.
Right.
So I said, I don't know because I want to bank in. I'm a professional wrestler because I need to pay people in a different currency. I travel overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, you exceeded the amount. We're going to bring you to the office. Then I'm like, okay, I went to the office. Then I just declare, seriously, what? It's just, I have valid reasons for bringing cash.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out, uncle. It's spoil my mood, seriously.
Yeah, because I think there's a minimum amount, the moment you hit that amount, that you have to kind of declare, right? Yeah, cash that you're carrying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, what's the big deal? I like to carry cash. I don't like to put in the bank account, so I don't trust the banks after what the banks did to me. So I mean, you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So okay never mind but it's just angry and humiliating as well because my girlfriend was there as well.
In a world, in an era of digital money and transfers, you can transfer easily, right? This idea of not being able to bring X amount of cash into countries is a bit silly, a bit outdated lah. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. That's why I need to stop I need to start to talk to Lady Killer about Bitcoin, Ethereum.
That's why.
We gotta get that collab. That collab needs to come in.
Crypto collaboration.
Yeah, I tell you.
Rolitos.
Bro, Bitcoin and Ethereum doing well now. Just telling you first because I have some.
But my Rolex is also doing well. So if anybody wants to buy, then I can sell.
Speak to the statement, right?
DM the statement.
Pasar malam.
Statement, it's always a joy chatting with you, man. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, especially on a Saturday morning. I know you're a busy guy. You're gonna go hustle and make more of that cash money. So
cash money hero, so I can wear another Rolito or have some tattoos.
By the way, guys, this is Saturday morning, and he's in this mood.
Morning.
I love
I'm here trying to drink a tea, I don't know if you had your coffee or not. This fella over there drinking a San Zero.
See, all three different drinks.
That's why. Yeah.
Everybody
cheers. Everybody cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Is there anything else you want to shout out and say to the fans or the haters or whatever? Just throw something out there in the universe.
I just want to say to all the haters that think that pro wrestling is fake, that think that, the statement is fake. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you can even fucking do push-ups, 100 push-ups, and you can beat me, I'll give you $1,000 in cash. But if you can't, just shut the fuck up and go and
there you go.
Just get the fuck out of my face and don't waste my time. When the dog keep barking at the tiger, the tiger flinch, tiger
Awesome. Once again, SPW Ignition happening this Friday. our statement is kind enough to give us some tickets to give away. If you guys want to find out more, stay tuned on our socials, on our Discord. We'll let you guys know. I will definitely be there, Mr. Young. Statement, you told me to bring my girlfriend. You know what? I'm going to bring my girlfriend just to see your match with Aiden Rex. So there you go. And just do us a very nice favor. I would love for you to beat up Aiden Rex in front of me and my girlfriend, and I will give you a high five right there and there.
Poor Aiden, nobody giving him any love. What's going on? Okay.
No, give me high five. Just show $10.
Yeah, I throw money.
Throw money. Throw money.
Oh,
no, there you go. Ratings go up.
Ratings go up. Oh my God.
I love it. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.